and bring Skyreach Castle back, because there's nothing more helpful in a war than a floating fortress. That is pretty cool. So if you could bring the Alliance of the Giants at Skyreach Castle, the Council of Waterdeep will be pretty happy when it forms. So you all head there. Castle crashed. You all woke up. You made your way to the icy mead hall of Oldeveld, which is a sort of ice giant fortress, where you met the leader of said frost giants, the chief, a warrior by the name of Brunvild, who thought the party was too weak to ally with small folk. Gross. You were all sort of taken aside by a storm giant present by the name of Oramus, who defined to you the sort of history of the giants and the dragons, how they do, how the historical rivalry that back when the world was young, giants and the gods and the primordials stopped their infighting. It was the giants and dragons who warred next over the domination of the land, and that rivalry has set in ever since. He offered advice about the glacier's various locations and factions around. He told you of the somewhat surprisingly docile Yetis to the northeast of the giant hall, of the dwarves of Mazok to the north, of the orcs to the west, and the some dragon cultists in the valley, who are currently assisted by a white dragon, the mate of the one that your party slew the other day. You all set out to start with Mazok and talk to the giant, or the dwarves there. Seemingly distrustful at first, you presented your writ of deputization, and as you saw that you are friends with the dwarf holds of the north, particularly Bruenor Battlehammer of Mithril Hall, um, he accepted, the leader accepted that, and told you that he is not friends with the local giants nor the bullying tribes of the orcs, but was happy to help repair the ship, or repair the castle for you with his workers and man the defenses, but he knew not how to repair the levitation enchantments. So that is the offer from the dwarves. You made your way south to the next day, where you found the Broken Tusk tribe, and you hoped to find sanctuary there. But instead, were confronted by a massive orcish war party, 100 strong, to which you probably very wisely said, maybe we will not try and fight several hundred orcs by ourselves. And posted up in the in the frozen north, and froze but lived, by the grace of Dragonflight. Ciela was able to fly back to Mazok, procure tents, and traveled back to all of you, which was a very long travel of 7 hours. 6 hours of travel, technically. But that is where our game starts up today. Ciela returns with means of warmth throughout the night for, I believe, the party and all of the mounts. I think you hit everybody.
Yep.
Fuck, that's bright. Fine. Um, so, what would you all like to do? And keeping in mind, the Rangers already traveled 6 hours with their mounts. So, without you forcing a march, Ciela,
Hmm.
you guys have 2 hours of travel for the
Okay.
entire party until it's sort of a forced constitution rules at this point. Like half the day's gone by at this point.
Yeah.
So, what would you all like to do?
How's everybody feeling? Other than cold, because obviously cold.
Uh, well, we've had one night of after the freezing cold, right?
Hmm.
So
No,
Oh no?
no.
Okay.
you. That was last night.
So she came back with the tents then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but that was throughout the day. So last night you froze. She took off for 7 hours today, and has now returned. So it's the day after the freezing,
Okay. Um.
or the day you froze last night. Ciela returns today with tents.
Yeah, so it hasn't been the next day after, so we haven't had a long rest, in other words.
That's right.
Okay, so we could head to our next destination if we want to or try to.
I think it's best if we set up these tents and rest a little bit first, because you guys look really rough.
It's true. My goat looks pretty tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn. So Star's just gonna hang out with his goat and cuddle up to it. He doesn't have plans. He just wants to go back to
Look,
sleep.
get your ass up and help me set up the tents.
Fine. Fine. Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Mhm.
Grumble, grumble, grumble. Yeah. If you guys want to, well, actually, there's a good point. I need to check and see if, while you guys were just hanging out in the frozen north, how that went.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's mean.
That's me. It went just fine. But at this late hour, you guys can do that if you want. If you guys want to set up like a proper campsite, tents, prepare for the chill of the evening, and then take another night to kind of refresh, and then head out the next day. You could do that.
Mhm.
I will make note that Star probably putting up the tent the first time, it was probably a scrambled mess, and then
Oh, Ciela would help. He is her assistant.
he would have been like, "Look at my proud little project." It's like all humped. It's just like this
No,
horrible
no,
piece.
you do it like no, like do it like sorry.
No, no. And then he just starts playing with the string on the tent. I'm a terrible person.
It's terrible. That's funny. Um, uh, Lyra Goth goes, "How much time must we waste more in this wasteland? There's nothing to gain here of worth, just foolish, oversized grunts."
Well, we could try to travel another 2 hours and then have to set up in just 2 hours, or we can just fully rest in a warm tent, okay, and start out fresh and make more
Or
progress.
we can return to the swamps and gain dominion there. That would be much my preference.
Mm.
Star just kind of. Oh,
What's
right. I
this?
can't hear anything.
What does that mean?
There's the sky. Go.
Never mind. I was gonna say I don't want to go to the swamps.
He like looks at the sky, and sort of tilts, or she looks at the sky and kind of tilts her head like, surprisingly. She goes, "You dismiss me?"
No, but you are your own person, so if that's what you want to do, I'm staying for the long run though.
I do not understand why. Waste of time.
Because we're stronger together.
We could do more interesting things with our time and be strong than freeze for no reason.
Well, the less time we spend here, or the less time we spend doing stuff here, and the more stuff we get done, the sooner we can get the hell out of here. And sometimes you have to rest in order to do more. So we rest tonight and we end up doing more, and that's that much time closer before we can go somewhere warm.
Fine. I still believe we should just leave this glacier and its primitive, foolish civilizations to their own demise.
I know.
And Laragoth just kind of like wraps wings around herself like for air cover and is just miserable.
Here, you can take the
Much
first tent, Lyroth.
and just kind of fits inside of it, but like head and tail fully outstretched. From it's like this is the tent, but there's like a tail and a neck, and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
doesn't cover. It's just a little long. Um, yeah, and yeah, for the big creatures, the tents will essentially be like blankets. If we're being quite honest, they're more
Yeah.
like blankets than anything. Um, but yeah, so you guys just kind of fixate yourself. Aravir's sort of taking care of her griffin. She's looking pretty rough. I believe she's at quite a few levels of exhaustion. Yeah,
Yeah.
Aravir's got like 3 levels of exhaustion. Um, Terrence ain't looking too good. He's tending to his goat. Uh, the uh, the normal and somewhat half normal individuals are struggling, but keep it up. The goats seem, depending on their exhaustion levels, all right. It's still a little cold even for their fur. Is there anything you guys would like to do as you wait for dusk?
Um, I'll go for a 1 hour hunt.
All right, go for a little hunt. Um, what are you hunting?
Um, Something hopefully big enough to feed us.
Well, I'll tell you this. You've hunted enough. I'm just going to kind of give it to you. And this is, again, this is just based on my rules for hunts.
Uh-huh.
Is depending on how big the game, you must dedicate a certain amount of time
Yeah.
into
So whatever an
finding
hour
those
gives
things.
me.
Yeah. And when you have proficiency in certain skills, it lessens that time to
Okay.
find the bigger game. But for an hour is typically for a small creature. You should be able to find like a medium-sized creature, which is a fair amount of meat. So let's check it out. Okay. 19. No,
Hmm?
not you. I'm talking my
Hmm.
computer. Sorry. I'm a little bit of
Computer's like, no.
a vocal. Yeah, the computer's like, no.
No.
I'm a little bit of a vocal thinker. Let's see here. Arctic. Medium. All right, let's see what we can't find. Let's see what we can't find. We don't care about fishing. Fishing's for losers.
I do have fishing
Um,
pole, but yeah.
but nowhere to fish, unfortunately. Let's see here. Okay, so you have the time. So you could either, yeah, you're not gonna find anything like that up here. You could go hunting for small size game, not medium, small.
Okay.
Has the time. So let's see what we can find. Is it?
Or I could go fishing.
Yeah, there's nowhere to fish,
No.
unfortunately.
Ah,
You're
damn.
sitting on a glacier.
No ice
Uh,
fishing for you.
No ice fishing for me.
you see Bloodhawk. You
Oh,
you
okay.
think you can find some more Bloodhawks in the trees? They're fairly large birds, small birds, small sized birds. So like not quite bald eagle size, but sizable. Go ahead and make me a survival check. Survival check to hunt down some Bloodhawk.
What is that? That is a 15.
15. You will certainly close on some Bloodhawk. You find a couple in the tree. Let's see if you can take one down. Make me a stealth check at advantage because you have multi-attack. If you have, and to be clear about these checks, any bonuses you think would be helpful in a hunt, let me know
Mm-hmm.
what they are, and we'll add those.
Okay.
So, example, if you wanted to use Hunter's Mark, maybe we add a D6 to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just so you know.
Okay.
But for now, because you have multi-attack, which gives you 2 chances, make me a stealth check at advantage.
23.
23 will do the job against this small creature. It first shot sort of hits the tree, and you do this intentionally to sort of scatter them into the sky, and then you sort of pigeon shoot as it flies through the air, and you into the dirt. And you have claimed yourself a Bloodhawk.
All right, let's bring it back.
You bring it back, and from it, I think I reminded you that Bloodhawks all have one feather
Yep.
on them that is deep. Yeah. So you may add one feather to your inventory, another Bloodhawk feather to your inventory, and you will procure. Why don't you roll it since you're the survivalist? Roll me a d4 to see how many pounds of meat you get off this bird, how big it is.
Oh boy. This is a, what is that? 2? Yep, 2.
2, you will procure 8 pounds of meat from this bird. It was a pretty decently sized bird, which was worth 2 pieces of meat, which is consider like 2 rations more. So that'll feed 2 people.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, you make your way back. You can do a little Spitfire situation. Is there anything
Oh,
anyone
I can
else would
make
like to
fire,
do?
yeah. I'm going to offer the food to the people who are most exhausted. So whoever looks roughest. So Aravir and whoever
Yeah,
else looks rough.
maybe the soft skins you pick. And the two of them sort of eat their sort of, you know, I think meat made on like a campfire on the trail, as far as I know, is not the most delicious meat. It's a little tough, in fact, probably. No seasonings. So they just kind of eat some meat. Very appreciative, of course, because fresh meat's always better than rationed meat.
Mhm.
But yeah, they get their ration and they get some a nice hot ration. The rest of you do not, mark off a ration,
Mhm.
mark off a feed as well. If you have a beast to feed, Lyra Goth will sort of take off on her own accord and find a bird to devour, and Eravir will feed her griffin, and yeah, the day can sort of come once more to a close, and uh, at least Eravir and Terrence probably look a little like if they're like checking out the horizon as they see the sun going down, and you all feel the temperature becoming colder and colder, quickly descending.
All right.
You all make for your tents and such.
I'll take first wash. Watch. Wash. Watch.
Watch. Fair enough. You get close to the fire, sit near the fire. Maybe you guys position your tents like very close to the flames, so you can kind of sit in the warmth of your tent and blankets and keep an eye around. Get up every now and then and stalk around. I think there's enough sources of heat here that I'm not going to make you con modifier on a watch or con save on a watch.
I'm also
But
going
yeah,
to primeval awareness for anything that is.
you're revised, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Um, you sense the some hundreds of orcs about a mile that way,
Well, yeah.
which is scary. But hey, with this primeval awareness, I think you get to know just how many are there, if I'm not mistaken.
Huh, yes.
Let's take a look at broken tasks here. Oh boy, how many you guys got?
I have a cat.
Do you? Do you really?
Yes,
I have 3 of them.
she is deciding what to do. Are you gonna sit there?
Um,
I no longer have
I guess I'll
trash.
just roll for this one. So let's see how many are there right now. You detect there's about 600 orcs at Broken Tusks.
Okay.
And then there's also a couple like other little pings, nothing heading in your direction, nothing anywhere
Okay.
remotely near your direction, but like you suspect like small hunting parties
Hmm.
here and there around this area within 5 miles. With any luck, they will miss your party, but we'll see.
Okay.
Okay. Um, the night passes. The tents are they trap heat, which is nice, and you guys are going to be in there in twos. Um, well, you guys have an odd party, but I think Shroud, do you think? I don't think you have a tent, right? Because you're like my con mod. You got a big enough con mod. You're just gonna stand out there and be the yeah, right, the Century of Terror, that you are, and yeah. So everybody will get a long rest, and luckily, no evil monsters come to attack, which is really annoying because it will be fun when that happens. Because I keep rolling random encounters and nothing. Driving me nuts. You rise the next morning. Everyone may mark off one level of exhaustion should they have one. Um, okay. What would you like to do as you rise the next morning?
So walking up to the orcs, obviously not a good idea,
No.
but they do have a few parties stalking around every once in a while for hunting. And I wonder if maybe we can get in via them,
Like just talking to them or like sneaking in as them?
talking to them.
I think it could be possible. We just gotta approach them and see if they're willing to talk.
Yeah. Well, we should wait till Terrence is feeling a little better because he has that tongue spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also
So
looks like he's still out of it.
yeah.
Mm,
Little
My fingers are a little frostbitten. It's hard to make component. It's hard to form somatic components right now.
yeah.
I mean, I can in an emergency, but my fingers are a little crispy. Oh no, my pinky. Nobody move. Uh, yeah,
Star just
healing
kind of
word
like
that back on. He's like, oh god. Um,
Star's like, I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
Lyragoth, who has been learning Common all this time and through the power of the Ranger's influence,
Uh-huh.
is starting to pick up words quite quickly in the Common tongue. Per their stat block, their new stat block.
Mhm.
She goes, orcs. And you guys have all been hearing Lyrica like starting to form common words here and there, but it's very broken. But she's able to speak and understand in common to a degree. Much
Yeah.
more fluent in Draconic, but getting there. We're getting really close to fluency with common. Goes, the orcs try and kill we.
Yes.
Why we take revenge? No seek alliance. No, no. We have dwarves. We have giants. We crush orcs.
Well, thing is, we don't have the giants yet. We need the orcs
Get
to get the
giants.
giants.
Get giants. Giants crush orcs.
Yes.
Star just looks at Largoff and goes like, "Oh my god, she's learned to talk. She's got more than one word."
Hey, your strange tongue I learned.
I'm Star just goes over and like goes right up to her face, going like, "Oh, you're so precious. You're so cute."
Just like
Ciela does one of
like
these.
Lyragoth just like looks like totally scandalized and it's like ah and in Draconic is basically like the fuck did this furball say about me?
I think it was a compliment. A weird compliment, but it's Star. You know, it's Star.
I'll be the judge of what is a compliment and what's not.
Star then backs away because he sees all the freaking acid and he's just like, "Okay, maybe not. I'm backing away."
Yeah, starts like I mean the fangs are always out because
Yeah.
there's the mini. You see what the
Yeah.
resting bitch face looks like, and it is a bitch face.
Oh yeah.
But it starts like salivating acid down their lips, and you're like, ugh, gross.
Yep.
I'd rather like the dark one more and more as we travel. Doesn't say stupid things like friendship and together and just kills. I respect that.
I'll reach over and I'll pat her head.
You pat her head. She's like, she does the thing that like Rocket Raccoon did at the end of like Garden, where he's like got the Groot twig and he's like crying, and then Drax starts petting him, and he's like, it just kind of goes like totally like Rocket would normally like bite, but suddenly is like
Oh,
like not acknowledging that they like it,
error.
but not pulling away. So you just start doing that, and Largoth looks like suddenly like, what the fuck's going on? But doesn't move also, and is like, okay, try this out. Something about metal is
Metal and
maybe
scales.
Metal against scale.
yeah, maybe there's something about that.
All right, so I guess we have the Yetis as our option. Because none of us speaks Yeti. And they're supposed to be docile right now. And I don't want to take on 600 orcs.
I agree. Yetis sound fun. They're fluffy, you know. They could be good.
No, they're vicious, horrible things that will rip you apart.
They said they've
Dude,
been neutral lately. They've been nice. We can be nice.
Mm-hmm.
nothing ever fun happens. You guys see
Can I hunt along the
as
way as well?
well, you're traveling to the Yetis, that's the plan.
Yeah.
I think so. That's our only option.
All right. So you guys begin to make that travel. Just gotta figure out how long it's gonna take here.
Are you okay, baby?
Yeah, I'm all
Aw.
right. No, I'm kidding.
You okay, baby? The cat is
Let's
coughing.
see. So I will say it's your guys' choice. Do you want to go directly to the Yeti space, or do you want to stop at the giant hall first?
Oh, if
Because
the
it
hall's
would
on the
be,
way, let's stop there.
yeah, it's kind of on the way.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys could stop there because it would be more than 1 day's travel to get to the Yeti's
Okay.
encampment. Okay. You guys travel, and you travel a little slower than usual per exhaustion.
Yeah.
But it's fine. It doesn't take the full day to get back to whatever this goddamn place is called, Uldeveld. But indeed, you will return to Uldeveld. You get there by the time the sun's gone down. Is there anything you'd like to do there? As a reminder, we were told by the Storm Giant that if you wish to try and gain alliance from the Giants, you must issue a formal challenge of acceptance.
No, we're not ready for that yet.
Okay, fair enough. So you guys want to just like pitch a tent here and
Eat whatever I caught, if anything, and yeah.
yeah, you wanna do a little hunting. Let's see. You would have had. It wouldn't have taken the full. It probably will take the full 8. Yeah, because you guys are at half speed. That will take the full 8 hours.
Yeah.
But you're not exhausted, so you got lots of leg kicking space. So you can hunt whatever you want. I think at this point I'm gonna just roll what you run into.
Okay.
So for the first amount of travel, all right. So first hour and a half, you run into what do we run into? What's around the Arctic of this size? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Uh-oh.
There's no medium-sized Arctic creatures, which is interesting. I guess I'll just reroll.
Unless there's something that's a runt.
Unless there's something that's a run. We'll just say that we'll just bring it down a grade and say in the first hour, yeah, make me a survival check. Bloodhawk seems to be the thing to go for, I guess.
What's that? 14 plus 7, 21.
21. Yep, you find another Bloodhawk. Roll me stealth at advantage.
Okay, not that one. Oh, natural 20.
Natural 20. You get yourself another Bloodhawk.
Okay.
Roll d4 for meat.
We got a 4.
4. All right, mark that down.
Yep.
4 and another feather.
Okay, let me just grab the feather.
You find some mammoth tracks.
No, we're not gonna
mammoth?
hunt mammoth.
Fair enough. Okay, keep on going. That was 3.5. 6. Yeah, that'll do. Roll me a survival check.
24.
Sweet. Bloodhawk, roll me a stealth at advantage.
Bloodhawk, stealth at advantage. First one is 15 plus, or 13 plus 5, 18.
All right. You will 18.
Yeah.
Gets away.
Ah.
flies away, unfortunately. But the next hour, you track. Roll me a survival check.
Mhm. 22.
22. You find a. Yeah, you find another Bloodhawk. Roll me a stealth check at advantage.
Gets away. It's a 15.
15 gets away, I'm afraid to say. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that will cover it, as the last tracks that you find are more mammoth tracks, but I assume you still don't want.
No.
No.
Not with an exhausted
Um,
party.
Yep, fair enough. And the last thing to say is that during your travels, during at least the first 6 hours of travel, so you guys start heading out, not too far out, but somewhat in the distance in the first mm, in the first 3 hours into your travel, you guys see off in the distance a caravan, and you recognize it to be a trade caravan, probably from Mazak, considering the number of dwarves that are guarding and manning the caravan. It's probably, I believe the dwarf leader did tell you that he trades at the other dwarf holds.
Mhm.
So you see the Macaw's caravan going. Is there any interest in seeing what they're up to, or do you just keep on going?
Guys?
Trying to sneeze. Um,
Right.
it would be kind of good to see what they're doing, right?
Okay, let's go.
Yeah,
Cool.
gives us something.
Wander over. Um, they're very wary as you approach, as any good person probably is in a wasteland. And you approach, and they say, "Hold! Who are you who comes so close?"
Talking dwarvish. Star.
That's, we're doing fine, as I said. Um, we're just seeing. Why are you out here in the wilderness?
Um,
And also advice, if there's something we should be careful of.
he goes, "Ah." And he speaks to you in Dwarvish, and it just as a fun little language note, the word for hello in Dwarvish is halok. So if that's something you ever want to play with. But he goes, halak outsider. You're what are you all doing out in a wasteland like this?
Oh, we're all over the place. We saw the dwarves at the castle over there. I forget the name of the castle.
Macaw.
uh,
Oh, you talking about macaws or the meat hall?
Macaw's.
Yeah, macaws.
Yeah, we were just at Macaw's and a few days ago. Now we're just going to see. We were going to go see the ogres, but they're a scary mess. It's been a little bit of a ride out here, but
I mean, the
yeah,
orcs. Other
orcs,
character, orcs.
orcs.
I think you mean
Uh,
Yetis. I think you guys are talking about Yetis, right?
yeah, and
Oh, we
yeah,
are.
we're going to see the Yetis now,
Cool.
but yeah. Now we're gonna go see these big white things because Star doesn't quite understand what a Yeti is, but he's like, but yeah, they're called Yetis. We're gonna go see them. I know nothing about them. Have you seen any?
Aye, the Yetis, they're around. They're dangerous folk, but not as of late. The last little while, they seem to have calmed down some.
Yeah. Um.
If I might offer a word of advice, they are indeed calm but aggressive at first. I don't know. Usually they attack on sight and can't be stopped, but as of late, if you find one out here in the wastelands, offer it some food and it'll leave you alone.
Hmm. So this might we might want to wait then, because like that's not safe. Hmm. But I also don't want to give off food. What's their favorite food? Do you know? Maybe just to make sure that they're happy what we give them.
They eat pretty much anything, much like any other humanoid. I mean, they're not, um, but I mean, none of us have ever actually gone to their little community, but it's a good sign though that you know they will accept food and not engage in hostilities. Usually, the only reason they seem to attack now is if they're starving.
Oh, interesting. Maybe now they're taking the food as like as a way to not attack people. That's all I can think of. Hmm.
Again, these are only the Yeti you'd find out here in the wasteland. Things might be quite different at their little colony.
Yeah. Do you know where the colony is? Just so we're not wandering out to the middle of nowhere.
Oh, right, sure. You're gonna wanna, and he will just generally explain the sort of mountainous formation or the glacier formation where you could find that setting, which is gonna help you get there without issues, Ciela. Because
Mm-hmm.
it's the same thing as before. Your directions were like a very general cardinal direction. Now you got a little bit better of a guide, so you shouldn't have any issues getting there at this point.
Like landmarks and stuff.
Yeah, like he points out, he says, "You see those two?" Like points off in the distance. He's like, "You see those two mountains over there? You're gonna wanna not want to go a little bit right of that mountain." And he just kind of like explains landmarks and helps you get there and helps you navigate.
Oh, thanks. That's really helpful because yeah, we don't really want to be wandering this cold, vast area and then, get attacked by something and instead of what we need to go to. Um,
Aye, that's fair.
yeah. But yeah, where are you heading from?
Well, we're coming from a cause ourselves. We're making our way. Hang on,
I'm
I gotta
sorry, I'm
figure.
mean.
No, you're okay. I just gotta take a second and figure out where they're getting to. But we're heading to do some trading with the dwarf holds, the more known ones, citadels in the south, um, down the glacier. He will tell you a little more specifically, because they're up at the spine of the world. That's where you guys are. It says we tend to make the rounds with the dwarf holds. We'll probably hit Mithril Hall, maybe go as far as Citadel Felbar if we don't sell of our goods there.
Nice, nice. Um, well, what goods do you sell?
Oh, we got all kinds of things, usually precious gems and metals and such.
Ooh,
We are a
nice.
mine after all.
True, true. Um, no,
I
it's
mean, we
just
have no
seeing.
problem selling here if you're wanting to purchase a sapphire or the like.
How much is the sapphire? Wait.
They will display to you their fine gemstones.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna go double check the cause because they have some good stuff for sale.
I'm assuming sapphires are good for like using making items, right? I don't know nothing.
They extract irons, metals, and precious gems from the earth. That is what they're specialized in. So they display um, like copper and a little bit of copper, a little bit of silver, mostly iron, and these are just like raw ingots too. This isn't like, or not even ingots. I'd say these are like,
Or
yeah, they probably smelt them down. So yeah, ingots. There's probably like a couple of ingots of silver and copper, majorly lots of iron ingots, but they also have some precious gemstones in a lockbox
Yeah.
that they will show you for sale. Um, just going to go find some of those to see what they have to sell. One, two, three, four, six. Um, all right. The finest gemstone they have. So you want to see our really good stock?
Okay, sure, sure, sure. What's your best stock
Um,
you got?
he pulls out and sort of unwraps from like a cloth this beautiful topaz, which is basically a transparent golden yellow gemstone, and it is very precious gemstone as he reveals it. And your eyes probably glint and glitter, maybe a little star. He goes, "This is not cheap for purchase, but we'd be willing to sell it. We have gemstones of a less precious make, but this is the nicest one we've got here. This goes for 500 gold."
Okay. Over the table, what can I use that stone for?
what would Star know?
Uh, we'll start, make me an Arcana check, see if you know anything about precious metals
I
or
think I'm
precious
gonna
gemstones
go
and their relationship with spells.
15 plus 14.
14? You
Yeah.
haven't heard of any magic that utilizes topaz. There are some that utilize like gemstones, just like broadly.
Hmm. Damn. Um, Star, unless someone else wants to buy it, I'm just like, Star's just gonna be like, I do like it. I love the color, man. I really do, but can't buy it. I have no use for it.
That's
I
fair. That's fair.
yeah. Sorry, man. Good
You were
stuff.
just
Well,
mostly checking to see if you had like diamonds, because
Yeah.
our cleric uses them sometimes.
Yeah.
diamonds. No, no diamonds, I'm afraid. We haven't dug any of
Okay,
those up for this shipment anyway.
okay.
No worries.
Uh, all right. Well, best of luck out there in the storm. Keep warm.
What storm? What storm?
The one that we're standing in.
Oh, right. Star just realizes that it's like windy. His hair is
Aye, the
all
cold is
over the
known to addle the brain of some. Best of luck, and
Oh,
be careful.
Star just waves and
Oh,
it's
and one last suggestion.
uh-oh.
Don't, and he'll point over to a mountain range that is basically positioned between macaws and the blood tusk orcs. So don't head in that direction unless you got a death wish. Those are Remeraz spawning ground.
Okay. Thanks. We'll avoid
And
that.
the dwarves will continue to trudge through the snow with their caravan. Some goats going, ah! Pulling the caravan across
Does
the
Cielo know what
icy
those things
waves.
are?
Make me a nature check to see if you've ever heard of a Remeraz.
15.
Go look at their block to see what that DC might be. What'd you get?
15.
Shy, I'm afraid, just a little shy. You've maybe heard the name before. Yeah, but they're the only thing you know is there's some kind of ice worms or
Okay.
ice insects, some kind of monster of the Arctic. You don't know much more than that.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So on our way then, guys.
Yep.
With
All
that, you
right.
pull. Yep, yep. With that you push on to the giants, and you guys want to just get your sleep there.
hmm
All right, get your
Unless
sleep with the
somebody else has
giants.
something else they want to do.
Yep, unless somebody else has something they want to do.
Nope. I'm good. Just go to sleep. Need my goat well and good now.
Maybe if anybody
Fantastic.
needs to resupply on rations or anything, they could probably do that here.
Oh, that would be a good idea.
If you need them, I have a bunch on Lyra Goth in her bags.
I think I only had like 2 rations left. How much are rations?
5 silver.
5 silver? Okay. I will get 3. So it's
All
three.
right.
So he said 3 silver? Okay. Wait.
No,
No,
5 silver.
5 silver.
So
5
15.
silver. So yeah.
5 silver each. Yeah.
So 15 removed.
I'll tell you what. Going forward, um,
I just noticed you
unless
spelled Lyra
you,
Goth wrong. You
sorry,
spelled Lyra Goth wrong.
Lyra?
you did or I did.
You did.
Where did I
This is
spell it?
Lyrathoth
Where?
in the top left corner. It says Lyrathoth.
Oh, it's like, how are you? What do you? Goth. I don't know what happened there. Jesus. Lyra Goth. There we go. I think going forward, yeah, we'll just use like basic foraging rules for the time being, and then we'll return to the more interesting hunting set. Yeah, we'll say like if you're just like hunting on the road for food, I'll throw in some flavor about the kind of beasts you encounter, but we'll just use like the foraging rules.
Okay.
For the time being, and if you hunt something specific, we'll pick up more specific rules.
Uh-huh.
Cool. So you wake up the next morning. Obviously, no trouble as you stay amongst the giants. And you get up and you guys mark off another exhaustion point for whoever's got him. I believe you guys are back to. Oh no, sorry. Some of the goats are still struggling.
Just one more for my goat. Goat will be fine.
Nice. I think it's only Aravir's Griffin that has some half speed, but they're pretty fast. So unless anybody else has 2 exhaustion, we'll say we're back to normal travel pace. Because the Griffin can fly, so it can go a lot faster. All right. I'll be generous and say that it only takes the day to travel there. Let's see how the travel goes. See. Damn it, Bobby. Around the 7th hour of your travel, as you're making your way up to the Yetis, you see a herd of elk and caribou.
Root?
Caribou good. All right. Let's try to bag one of those.
All right. Lyragoth says, "You can have one for you. I will have one for me." And you can like load up on Lyragoth, and the two of you will go off. So Lyragoth will procure her dinner, and you can procure dinner for the party if you wish. Okay, since we got more specific creatures to hunt now, you've come across them by chance, so no survival check is necessary. But to hunt one of these large creatures, yeah, what the fuck? Why is it giving me nothing for? Anyway, make me a stealth check. You may do it at advantage for multi-attack. If there's any other features or spells or whatever you'd like to contribute, please let me know before the roll.
17.
17. Unfortunately, 17 is not enough to take down such a large creature. You're trying to take them down. They go off into a good run. You like catch one in its haunch, but you don't.
Yeah.
You don't manage to take it down.
But it's bleeding, and I can track it.
That's true. You can track it. You can keep the hunt going.
Yeah.
Lyragoth does not claim a caribou either, unfortunately. Okay. You guys struggle to catch one of them, but you at least tagged one of them. So yes, if you wished to go track, you can.
Yes, let's track them.
All right, it's going to you know it's going to take at least 2 hours to do this to do this particular hunt. Okay. Is the party going with, or is it sort of a catch up with you kind of
catch
thing?
up?
Okay, you and Lyragoth take off because Lyragoth wants food.
Yeah.
And they kind of go running off. Make me a survival check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. That will do. You catch up with them. Make me another stealth check at advantage. If you have any features or abilities or spells you want to contribute, please let me know.
Let's do Hunter's Mark.
Okay, you'll get an additional D6 to your roll.
And is that the only thing I can add, or can I add also no?
No, keep going.
Hail of Thorns.
Well, you can only concentrate on one of those spells.
Yeah,
right?
That's true. Okay,
yeah.
let me just take a look at my spells here.
Yeah. Think of it like a round. Like you can prep that round.
Okay,
all you
so
want,
yeah, Hunter's Mark.
Okay, so make me a stealth check at advantage. Throw in a D6 as well.
$23.
For a large creature, I'm afraid that's not quite going to do the job. They're big creatures. They're in a herd. They're a little spooked. You're just shy too.
Okay.
But this hunt was a little difficult for you to take on solitarily, and the hunt gets away from you, and Lyragoth, to be clear.
Yeah. And we're both grumpy on the way back.
yeah. You guys go back. So with that, we'll say that the party is going to get there a little ahead of your arrival.
Oh,
you've
we're
gone off
gonna fly
hunting.
after them.
I understand.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'll get there, but
Okay.
they're a little ahead of you on their travel.
It's fine.
Ooh, actually, they're not because their ranger left in
Oh
the
shit.
middle of the travel, so they've slowed right the fuck down. Let's see. I haven't needed to use these until now. No, if that's the case, you're gonna catch up with them before they get there because
Half
uh
speed.
they're all half speed. That's right.
Is yeah.
As you guys are just kind of, and it is hard traveling, but by the time um, you get back, you're able to find an easier way of traveling. Cool. Um, with that, you guys will all get there together. Yeah, at the end of your travel day. Okay. Let's go see what happens. Let's see how well this goes. Just gonna do a quick check, quick refresher. Okay, you guys find quite interestingly, carved into the glacier Arctic shelf, you see what looks like a giant skull. It looks like a very large human skull. Um, it's it's not expert ice carving skills, but it's certainly enough to portray the point. There is a very large skull. The teeth are sort of elongated and sharp like a predator, and seem to almost be like the pathway forward if you were to go through the mouth. And there's several other chunks of ice that have been carved into smaller skulls and faces. Um, this is a very clear like keep out, like stay away, danger. This is
Yeah.
very much like King Kong when the people find the natives and they've got skulls and scary things around to ward people away from their main camp. That's sort of what you're looking at. Do you wish to approach?
Mm, Shroud still with us? Yep.
As long as Shroud's here.
Hey, Shroud, how do you feel about this? Star just looks at him.
I feel we need to go in with food if we go in, and not just a ration.
Mm-hmm.
Shroud, do you want to make an insight check to see how you feel about this?
Sure. Roll for feelings.
Roll for feelings. I'm not
Um,
in touch with my feminine side.
right. Oh no, that's not. Okay, so that's a 3 on the dice.
3
So
on the dice.
yeah.
Shroud, your heads-up display basically tells you, um, uh, a subroutine, blah blah blah, but essentially says you're not meant to feel. You are meant to fight. That is your job. That is your purpose. And you are the idea of how you feel is a little beyond you at this point,
Sounds
or
like
at this moment.
sounds like the United States military. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. No, that makes sense.
You are not here to think. You are
You're
here
here
to
to fight.
kill. You are your weapon.
Right.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
guys heading on in?
Do we have lots of food that we could offer?
No, we're just rations. But we have a little
Well,
bit
would
of
you have
blood
liked to
hog.
have hunted today?
Yes.
All right. So the caribou notwithstanding, you'll get. All right. I know how to handle this. Make me a survival check. We're gonna do the simple version of this. Make me a survival check to forage for food, and that counts as hunting and so on.
25.
25 will certainly do the job. What's your wisdom modifier?
+3.
Okay.
I think.
So
Yeah, +3.
okay, +3. That's gonna be 4, 8, and since you took 2 hours and didn't quite succeed, you are able to gather 6 rations worth of food we'll say that you just like we'll call it 6 Bloodhawk. Make our lives easy. We'll say that
Can I keep
you
the feathers?
we'll tell you what. Yeah, why don't we just roll for that for what kind of game you caught?
Okay.
Um uh we'll say one of those was a Bloodhawk and the rest of them were rabbit.
Okay.
So you can take a feather off one of those Bloodhawk.
Cool.
Cool. Tight, 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 tight. So you have some meat. You got some meat.
Okay. All right. Skin them and have them nice and good to go. And
Sure. Yeah.
all
Fantastic.
right, holding it out while we're good. Okay, let's go, guys.
Well, do you want to clean them all these things first, or do you want to go in just with the carcasses?
I'll bring the carcasses
Okay.
because
Cool.
they might want to use parts inside. I don't know this.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about them.
Yeah. True. Fair enough. You could have certainly bled them so that you don't
Yeah.
spoil the meat, but and they're refrigerated. That's not an issue.
That's a good thing about all
spoil-
these hides that we ever pick up out here is they're not going to spoil.
That's right. They will keep in this weather.
Mhm.
So yeah, you guys head on into the Yeti encampment, hoping that they don't kill you. Let's see. Hmm. I want you, my fellow ranger, to make me a nature check
Okay.
or an insight check. It is your choice.
Doesn't matter. Let's go nature. That is 19.
19. The carved skulls out of the ice.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting. The use of this would suggest proficiency with tools,
Mm-hmm.
which is something Yeti are not. They're considered to be just like rabid.
Beasts. Yeah.
Yeah. Intelligence wise, but this suggests a level of intelligence you did not expect, perhaps. You enter into the Yeti colony here. I'm gonna just take out a little something, a little something, just to make sure I am well and truly prepped for what lies ahead. No, that's fine. Okay, you guys, let me go head over there. Getting ahead of myself as usual. Don't show them. You guys you get past this, and you find yourself in a village. It is a village of Yeti, but you are first, of course, opposed by sort of appearing out of the wall. You do see these large Yeti creature, um, covered in white fur, sharp claws, ape-like feet, like basically giant gorilla with horns and white fur. And they look at you all. They kind of
Okay. And I'm holding the food and I
holding the food.
approach.
One just like takes it from you, just like snatches it from you, kind of, and they kind of look at them together and they go. I seem one throws it over his shoulder, and the other one kind of. I got a little ahead of myself, but yes, with the offering of food, they welcome you, and you see again. I had to make it out of wood, but you see a village carved from ice and stone into the glacier. But you guys do see surprisingly a village. You see fire, which is again my ranger. Not it is a very advanced form of technology, not one you'd expect from a Yeti. They are using tools, clearly, to have carved their homes into the wall. There's an intelligence here that has never been expected of the Yeti community, shall we say. They are considered far too rabid and violent to care of such things as
Feral.
this. Yeah. Maybe they always had the intelligence of this, but they never had the focus for this. So this is very interesting that you have found this. I'm gonna just put some wood on.
There's tundra.
And Tundra's a little
Okay.
spooky. I actually want to put on this one because
Ooh.
it's kind of homey here for some reason. But basically, the Yeti that you guys are with, I'm gonna say for whatever reason, Terrence and Aravir are gonna hold back, and they're like, "We'll keep an eye on the goats and the griffin, you know." But you three make your way inside, and the Yeti take you, and they sort of bow low as they do so, very reverently. And you see coming out of a small hut in the center of the village, you see a man, a human man exit. He has a very Yeti-like. He has a long white beard, long white hair. He's dressed in thick furs, but not in like a barbarian way. Like he's not broad or strong. He's actually quite thin. Um, very much a senior, and but he is covered in like caribou furs and such, like hides for the sake of warmth. But he's like an old, think Gandalf, a little Gandalfy. Not the pointed hat by any means, and rather than gray robes, it's sort of caribou furs, but very white, long hair, looking almost a little like a Yeti himself. As you approach, he goes, "Ah, it's been some time since we've had civilized visitors here in the colonies. Who might you all be?"
We're the Dragon's Bane adventuring company.
That's
Hi.
very interesting. Yes, hello, Tabaxi this far north. I thought you were more of a tropical loving race, personally.
Tropical is too hot, but this is also a little too cold.
Non-normally, I see. Very interesting. Well, welcome. It's been so. Oh, yes, yeah, very well. And he sort of goes, "Arribil Ordiar," and Yetis sort of nod, and they kind of walk around, and you see like little baby Yetis playing around, like little kid Yetis, like chasing each other and kind of to each other,
Chewbacca.
and they're like playing with a ball of ice. But it's like it's a Yeti village, and they seem to be fine with your presence as you communicate with this strange individual.
Okay, what's your name?
Goes, "Oh, of course. How it's been some time since I've been in civilized lands. You may know me as Alec."
Alec?
That is right.
Okay. Writing that down.
So whatever is it that I can do for all of you? Have you come this far north? If you intend to hunt the Yeti, I do not recommend it.
No.
No.
No, you seem to be here for a different purpose, my mind tells me.
Well,
Yeah.
go ahead, Star.
Yeah, we're totally here for a whole different reason. We're actually here to see if we can get your help.
Help? With what?
Yes, or at least the Yeti's help. We didn't know you were here, but we greatly appreciate that we have someone here to speak to. So basically, don't know if you've seen it, but there are dragons, and dragons are coming, and they're going to kill us all if we don't do something.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yes.
We have this castle that we're trying to fix up. And we need
Castle?
help. It's a floating castle. Live.
Ah, it comes from time to time, no?
Yeah.
It crashed? You're trying to repair it.
Yes.
I see. I'd be very happy to help perform necessary repairs. It sounds like quite an interesting project.
Indeed.
Yes.
I do want a favor in return. If
Of course.
you were to do this, yes, of course. I've been trying and failed to prevent the Yeti from hunting the orcs. You see, where they've accepted me as one of their own. In fact, I think they believe me to be some kind of winter spirit. You see, I taught them the use of tools and fire and such. I've been
Yeah,
researching
that's
them.
amazing.
Yes, they're rather interesting. I came here a few years ago, and when I heard of the rough settlements, I found myself rather curious, and I've managed to allow them to ingratiate me into their society with the help of a couple of charms here and there to start things off. But they've accepted me as of yet, and indeed, it's a reclusive existence, but they're most interesting to study.
Yeah.
But not fully tamed, and they're coming along in their skill, but they are they're not the most disciplined individuals,
Of course not.
per their nature. But anyway, yes,
Believe
I've been
me, I can
trying.
relate.
If you say so.
Yes.
But anyway, I want to seek a way to stop the orcs from killing the Yetis in retaliation. You see, it makes sense. The Yetis hunt the orcs, and the orcs hunt Yetis. It makes sense. It's the circle of life and all. But what I would like you to do is to plant a Remoraz egg in the orc village. And this will let's see. And basically why I want you to do this is because it will alert the giants, and this will make the giants none too happy with the orcs. You see, the giants, they prize the Remoraz eggs. Not sacred or anything, but they have forbidden the orcs from possessing them. So if we plant one in their village, we tell the giants they have one, they show up and there's evidence, they will crush the orcs, and the Yetis will be free to do as they please.
I see where this is going.
Indeed. Those orcs, they're savage. There's no dealing with them.
Yes, they are
Rather
savage.
rude, in fact. But the Yeti here, they're primitive. But they do so for the sake of family and those traditional values and such. But yes, I would wish the orcs to stop attacking Yetis, and if the giants were to crush many of the orcs, they would learn not to mess with us, I believe as the saying goes.
Okay.
Star kind of drags over Ciela and be like, "Hey, is this a good idea?"
What choice do we have?
I don't think much of a choice at all. But those orcs, they're surrounded by arrows. How the hell we're gonna get to them?
You can disguise.
It's true. I could disguise. Okay. We'll have to round back, but those orcs gotta go. They're messing with everyone.
Well, we're gonna have to get that egg. I guarantee he doesn't have one.
Well, let's ask him. So, Alex,
Yes.
do you have an egg?
No, of course not. Of course not. I wouldn't want the giants to come here and attack the Yeti.
Okay, well, do you know where one is without us going into a nest of them?
Oh, no, I don't. Not without that little component. You'll have to go to the mating grounds in I believe it's the northwestern region of the tundra.
Ciela points at the mountains where they were told not to go. Over there.
Go, oh, yes, those are the ones.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that is the most, that is where they populate the most.
Okay.
But if you can do this, it will not be an issue. I could supply you with, I could probably round up about 30 Yetis. They could be trained to crew the castle. I myself am a very skilled wizard and would have the ability to perhaps restore what I assume to be levitation runes that have probably been damaged, yes. I have the ability to restore such. As long as you're willing to, my only demands would be that the Yeti are well fed and given humane treatment.
Of course.
That's great. We would also love the same back too. And they're very nice. Yetis. Star just looks up. Aww.
And they're just they're hanging out. You see these two Yetis like sitting on the porch, like in a rocking chair, as the kids play out on the front. They're like, it goes, and they like, and they're just
That's so cute.
living their best lives over there. They're raising a family.
All right,
Yeah.
so
yes, they are quite wonderful.
Can you give us any advice when we go get this egg? Any tricks on killing these things, if we have to?
Any tricks on killing them? Well, I would recommend the obvious, which is to not die. That would be the most essential factor of the whole scenario. But I can tell you this: Remoraz nest underground. Oh. They build nests down underneath the snow, of course, to hide their nests from predators. So indeed, when you find the nest, be careful not to fall in. They are rather deep. Also, be careful if you are intending to hunt these Remoraz. They are, if I'm not mistaken, they have quite a great skill at burrowing. So if you are to come across them, be careful, they might just jump upon you.
Oh, I have one question. What does a Remnant look like?
Oh, I can tell you that. That shouldn't be too much of an issue. They look like put it?
Over the table. Oh dear God.
Yeah. He says, "Oh well, wait. I'm a fucking wizard. Allow me to make a minor illusion, and I will post a picture of the minor illusion that he makes appear in his hand
Oh God.
in the Facebook chat. It's Tyranny of Dragons.
Why is it? Oh, is it a bug? Is it another bug? Are you trying to kill us? It's a centipede snake thing.
Kind of. It's somewhere between a cross between a king cobra, a centipede, and the pure essence of fire and ice.
Oh fuck me. Okay.
Yes.
Star
Also,
just like
imagine that they're as tall as a building. They are very, very large. They're about the size of a giant.
Star just like fluffs up and is very distressed, and he's like, "Why does it have to be a bug of some kind?"
Ooh. Also, be careful. They are known to, even in the heat of battle, they are known to feast upon their prey.
Oh, great.
Ugh.
Okay, so direct combat probably not an option.
I simply know them to be dangerous. I, of course, have not confronted one personally. I mean, I could if I wished, but I do not wish
Okay.
to. This sounds painful.
I have one more question.
Yes.
When are they most active?
I suppose it depends on what you mean. Do you mean like
Like,
out
are
in
they
the tundra? Or do you
nocturnal?
mean? Oh,
Are
are they nocturnal? Well, let me think here. You, they are. They hunt in all-day cycles, but you're more likely to find them out in the tundra at nighttime. Only marginally so. They hunt when they please. It does not matter all the time, but usually at night. But as for when you're actually in their nesting grounds, just be very very, very careful is all. Because
Got
there's
it.
probably one of them guarding the eggs. Oh, also, make sure you have someone very strong to carry them because they are rather large.
Wait, the egg or the thing?
The egg, they're about 3 feet across and weigh about 200 pounds each.
Oh. Hey, Shroud, are you able to hold that?
Affirmative.
Exactly.
Or just like,
If you want the Remoraise inside to live, however, I would not recommend exposing the egg to the extreme cold, not for very long anyway, or else the young creature inside will die.
Well,
how is it gonna live long enough for us to put it in the orc's place?
Well, some of you seem to have magical capabilities. All I recommend is that you keep it close to a source of extreme heat. But again, the life of the actual Remoraise within the egg is less important than putting the egg in the actual cow. This was just merely a note.
Okay, so we just gotta get it there, drop it off. If it dies, it's its own problem.
It's a simple matter of indeed going into the Remoraise mating grounds, survive the mated pair there, stealing an egg, and finding your way into Broken Tusks, and leaving it there, and then escaping without them being the wiser. It's simple, right?
all right, guys, we're gonna need a real serious case of shenanigans here.
Yep. Disguise, hide, stealth.
I don't think disguise will work with this.
No, I mean stealth. So much stealth.
I can help with that. I can help with stealth.
So much stealth.
I can help with stealth. So that shouldn't be an issue.
Star just thinks about like running in and running right back out with a.
Yeah, but can Star carry a 200-pound egg?
No. Star cannot.
But Star can roll it.
Yeah, but by then it'll be frozen cold, and
No, it just has to be there. It doesn't have to be.
Roll a 200. I mean, you can, but rolling 200 pounds in the snow.
Yeah, that's true.
That's still tough. That's still very tough.
I'm imagining right now a 4.5 foot tall cat.
Star's like feet like going into the snow as they're trying to push it.
I can see Star rolling,
and then just like falling forward into the snow, like.
Yeah, the Looney Tunes thing where they're and it's just and
instead of rolling forward, it like rolls backwards onto them.
Yeah. No. Oh, Star's dead. Oh well.
Flattened by the egg.
What a way to go.
All right. could we rest here for the night and we'll figure out how we're gonna organize this if we could, Alec?
I think that shouldn't be too much of an issue. I will, you could take sanctuary here. So long, of course, as you're intending to help out.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yes, we're gonna definitely help. Risking our lives. If anything, we're gonna risk our lives to do this.
Yep, that's okay.
Oh, certainly.
So for the greater good. The greater good.
The greater good.
Somewhere outside the camp where Lyragoth is hanging out with them, Lyragoth goes, "I hate the greater good." Stupid greater good, getting in the way of my fun. Okay, yeah, and it's getting towards the later part of the day. He will allow for, your companions have more than enough tents to house your mounts and such outside, and they're fine to do that for the sake of, easily dealing with NPCs.
Yeah.
And I think Alec will offer you his home. And he says, this will be your home, and I don't recommend wandering too far and without a guide, as the Yeti do listen to me, but like I said, they're not, tame, still very dangerous creatures, but may not take kindly to one of you snooping around, so recommend just staying inside for the night. You should have enough supplies, and I will be staying with one of the other Yeti families for the night.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Have a good night. Does anyone intend to go out and snoop in the middle of the night?
No.
I was gonna play with the kids if they were still playing outside, but that's about it.
Okay. You head over to before you get settled, you head over to like some of the children.
Yep. Starter starts playing with them, and then gets.
You go over. Make me a general charisma check.
Oh god, it's gonna go terribly wrong. Where's my charisma?
Star should have good charisma.
Oh no, he does not.
Yeah,
No?
didn't you roll just like the most disgustingly incredible stats? If I'm not mistaken.
No, that was me.
Okay.
That was all of you.
That's so weird. So just the flat charisma that's up top, or?
Yeah, flat charisma.
Oh, it's 16 plus 3.
That's really good for a 19. Star, you go over and say and sort of wave at them. They don't know common, but you kind of like roll the ball to them, and you're very like careful about it. You start playing with them. For the rest of you, you guys see like the surrounding Yeti parents, like these two, this one. They all like stand up, and then Star starts playing with them. They seem to be good. And they kind of like watch for a little while longer, but then they kind of like calm down and seem to see that Star isn't a threat. Seems to be playful and kind. They watch carefully. They don't let Star out of sight with any of the children.
Mm-hmm.
But they allow you to play with their kids without going full mama bear and ripping you in half.
Yeah. Also, the part about I'm probably about the same height as the kids, and I'd probably just fall in the snow a couple times.
Yeah, and they're like, and they just kind of, and you play with the kids, and that's great, and they love that. Yeah, go ahead and take inspiration for having a good time with some kids.
Yay!
Yeah, playing a little game. And then you guys head into the thing, and if nobody intends to go out wandering about, you will be safe from danger with the safety of the Yetis around you, and they certainly are not going to attack you or anything at Alec's behest, and you will get a long rest.
Cool.
Yay!
And that's another exhaustion gone. Only one exhaustion left on the Griffin, and I think that's it for the party.
No more exhaustion.
Cool. And I suppose Lyragoth is gonna go hunting.
Lyragoth will go feed herself, that's right.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Alec know about the black dragon that's hanging around.
It's Black Dragon? Where?
Don't worry. You mentioned how hard it is sometimes to connect with creatures that are such aligned.
Indeed.
And I said that I relate with that. Well,
oh, truly? You were raising a chromatic dragon?
Yes.
And you were alive?
Yes.
Was there been any resurrections involved in your training?
Yes, but not because of the dragon.
Oh. Magnificent. Raised from a hatchling. I'm very curious.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you'd like to meet her.
No, no.
Okay.
Well, yes, actually, I do. And we'll happily go out, and Largoth will return and sort of stalk up to Alec and kind of crane her head up over top of him. He goes, "Hello."
This is Largoth.
And he goes, "Good day." And Largoth goes, "What? What?" He goes, "Oh my goodness! How? What a creature! Goodness me! Wow, it's very exciting."
He just wants to meet you.
And he goes, and just kind of sort of does a little like a little acid stuff from the nose. Goes, "Oh my goodness, goodness, this is quite a creature. Goodness me." And just like berates you with questions about it. It's just like how did you raise it? What is its temperament? Like they're considered to be quite cruel. Have you been able
And
to
she'll
train
always
it out
say,
of
and she'll always
that?
say she this, she that, and like speak about Largoth like a person instead of like a
Yeah. And Alec very quickly swaps over. Alec himself being a researcher of
behavior.
not necessarily misunderstood. They're quite well understood, in fact, creatures, but less reputable creatures, we'll say.
Yes.
So yes, very quickly swaps over to match pronouns, and then we'll just berate you with questions about their personality, their diet, their fucking everything, and is even more enthusiastic now about joining with you guys, possibly down and helping you guys with the castle. So with that, it's worth noting that Alec should be able to supply you with everything you need to get the castle working personally, even without the help of any of the giants or the dwarves or anybody at all. The Yeti can aid you with the help of Alec.
Excellent.
Undisciplined though they may be.
Yeah, but the most dangerous task of them all.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yep. That's, I mean, bang for your buck, right?
Yeah.
With the help of an arc wizard and a colony of docile Yeti, which is cool. Okay. What do you plan to do? What's next on the roster for the next day?
All right. So I guess we'll sit in the house and all right, guys.
Let's do this. Let's do this struggle. If I
We
die
gotta
from
do this
bugs,
sneakily. We gotta be sneaky about it. There's no other way.
oh yeah. There's so I get if I die from a bug.
No. I'm not saying you go in by yourself, Star. That's not gonna happen. You're gonna go in together.
Well, no, I couldn't go in there by myself anyway, but still.
You know, but I'm sure we can easily pass without a trace.
Yeah. Okay. So time to travel.
You just have to be very quiet, and when the time comes, run like a bitch.
Yep. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah,
Totally.
run like a bitch.
Yep.
I don't know how fast these things are. It might be to our advantage to set traps in the path that we plan on taking.
I do
so
have
we can
some
avoid it.
poison bombs that we could use.
Okay. I wonder if those poison bombs could be used like a landmine.
I don't know. They were jars that were hanging from above. That were bombs. Let me see here. Come on. What is it? I'm trying to see what they're called. I'm pretty sure we just called them frog bombs.
Yeah, I think they're called frog bombs. I can look up their stats if you want.
Sure. I'm actually trying to find. Oh yeah, here. 6 frog poison bombs.
All right, let's go take a look.
I'm gonna prepare my spells for the day as well because we did a long rest.
Yep, go right ahead. Do you remember where you picked these up? These were in the castle, right?
We were in the lizard camp, and we were inside the caves where the frog people were, or the bullalogs or bullalogs.
Yeah, you were in the caverns below. That makes sense.
Yeah, and it was hanging over a chest that was basically a trap.
Got it. Hmm. Where are you? Where are you? Oh yeah, they're clay pots. Um.
Do they
Uh.
only
Oh
break?
yeah, you don't know what they. Oh, you have a poisoner's kit. Do you want to try and figure out what these bombs do?
Sure.
Make me a proficient intelligence check. So if you have an intelligence skill that you are proficient with, you may roll that instead.
Uh, yeah. Um, no, survival. You said perception? No. Sorry.
No, an intelligence skill you're proficient with. So religion, history, investigation.
Oh, investigation would be my better one. Okay.
Okay, yeah. If you're proficient in that, go ahead. Not expertise, but just standard proficiency.
All right. 16 plus 7 is 23 if I'm right.
That'll do it. You take a moment at night to sort of analyze your bombs. You recognize that inside of the pot containers resides a fine powder, and that powder has been laced with a poison, which is basically like an inhalation poison.
Yeah.
Um, that is a powerful hallucinogenic.
Oh, fun.
So
Okay.
you suspect that anyone who ingests this needs to make a con save. Um, base 11, but that is increased for the amount of pots you decide to break all at once. Only by one, so it's probably better to do them one at a time.
Yeah.
Um, but anyone who doesn't have the constitution to like sustain the hallucinations, it'll probably be deeply debilitating to their abilities.
Oh, fun. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna throw these at them if they even come near us. Um,
Okay. Sorry, still looking at my spells here.
Okay.
yeah.
What is that one?
So do me a favor and if you might attach to the bombs, write like clay pots hallucinogenic, and
Okay.
that'll help me find them in the future.
Clay pots. Stupid iPad, don't do that. Okay, close enough.
Fair enough.
It's not spelled right, but it's close enough.
It's all good. It's all good.
Okay. All right. Is are we still gonna have our Terrence and stuff helping?
Yeah, they'll come along and they'll be helpful.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Okay.
sweet. I almost wish Terrence can use voice. I mean, uh, speak with animals. I hope in
I
case
have speak
something.
with. Oh no, I have speak with animals.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
As for you, my ranger friend, make me a survival check.
It's a 16 plus 7, 23.
23.
Yeah.
So here's the sitch. It's 3 days to get there, the
Okay.
mating grounds. On the second day, you could stop at a cause if you wished to,
Where?
the dwarf
Oh,
hold,
the dwarf. Yep, let's do that.
if you wish to. And then once you leave the mating grounds, it's another day to get back to the orcs.
Okay.
So you basically would go 2 days to a cause. You could skip a cause if you want. A day to the mating grounds, and then a day down to the orcs.
Okay. Um, I think that we have two options actually. We can go either straight to the Yorks after we get the egg. But if we get into a fight and we're rough, we'll go back to Macaw's and then go to the Yorks after we heal up.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
but hopefully it'll
Okay.
go off without a hitch. I have some nice little helpful things for us.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Um,
Should
yes,
have asked
yes,
McCall
yes.
if he had health potions.
Oh yes, health potions. That might be good too. But over the table, I have silence. I have pass without trace. I have entangle. I took and fog cloud that I took.
Okay. Lots of interesting things.
So stuff to help with a little bit of stealth.
But okay. This will definitely help
Yes.
in case I roll really bad again. All right. So off we go.
Off we go.
Let's go.
Okay. Um, let's see how travel goes. The first day goes by just fine.
Mhm.
Roll me a survival check, Ciela, if you want to see if you collect any food for yourself. It's a
25.
25 will do. And your wisdom mod was 3, right?
Yep. Hmm.
Yeah. So you are going to gather. You're going to gather 12 rations worth of food.
Perfect. Okay. We're good for a couple days.
Okay. And yeah, that could feed everybody.
Hmm.
So
Including the
that's
animals.
uh yeah, we'll say that you could forage like her grassy whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever feeds a goat,
Yep.
which and they eat just about anything.
Yeah, they
So
need
that
anything.
it's one,
Oh wait, we
two,
found a tin can over here. Give it to the goat.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Actually, that will feed your full party. 12 is, I would say, the number of rations you need to properly feed the party in its entirety. So yeah, good job. You feed the party that night.
Okay.
Um, you all go to sleep. You guys have your tents, so you're good. Um, uh, who's taking what watch?
Well, I usually like to take the first watch, if that's
I'll take
okay.
the next.
Okay. Ciela, Star, then Shroud, you'll take up the later half.
Mhm.
Okay.
And as
Oh, you
always,
need 6
primeval
hours, so
awareness.
we'll say take 3. Um, Primeval
Oh.
awareness. Uh, so Shroud, you are. It's nighttime. Everybody's asleep. You are half frozen, but you don't care because you're a robot. And out of the darkness, coming upon your camp, you see um, 2 Yeti, sort of from the wastes, approach. Well, actually, it's 1 Yeti. And you see that there's like another one just like at the edge of your camp light that's sort of staying back for some reason. The one approaches and kind of down at you, like angrily, like threateningly. What do you do?
Could I wake up since I have the anxiety feat?
Nope, not yet.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good question. So you're saying that they like walk like right up to my person and like get in my face?
Not right up, but they keep that sort of distance that's almost like am I gonna fight you? So there is aggression.
Okay.
So but there's one here, I'll stage it better. So let me set the scene. So you guys are all sleeping in the frozen dark here. It's oh, I should check that to see if it's foggy. It is actually quite snowstormy, so that's why they kind of got up on you really quickly. But you are going to see. Come on, yay! The one walks like fairly close, like enough to be aggressive. The other one is like staying back at the edge of the firelight for whatever reason. but it's sort of like coming up and like, yeah, looks aggressive. Um, what do you do?
Um, I feel like I would try and look like not threatening, so I wouldn't like raise my shield or my sword. And I would say we are allies.
It sort of doesn't seem to understand. Just kind of like keeps looking you kind of like kind of is growling at you.
Hmm. Ooh, no, that's tough. I feel like I don't want to like disarm myself. Yeah, maybe I would do that. If I'm holding my sword because I'm on watch, I would put the sword, like I would sheath the sword. Um and I would like hold up my hand like a little like as friendly as I could. Not like in like a surrender, but kind of like a calming motion, at like a mid waist motion.
Okay. Make a persuasion check.
Ooh, okay. Uh, 16, 15, 14.
14.
Yeah.
It's sort of it seems to like at least not get more aggressive. It remains
Uh-huh.
fairly neutral, but it kind of and I'll say per the alert feed at this point, something kind of rouses for you from your sleep, Ciela, and you hear the sort of like gruntings and snortings of a yeti outside. You're muted.
Are there any rations left over, like the one that Shroud would have eaten if they weren't a robot?
No, I accounted for
Okay.
Shroud.
I'm gonna
You
grab
have
my
you have rations, but
Yeah, I'm gonna grab my rations and
okay.
stick my head out and
Mhm.
very slowly walk with the rations in my hands.
How many rations?
Well, one in each hand, I guess. That's what I can hold.
Okay. Two, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, it sort of looks at that and kind of and it takes the rations from you, kind of steps back towards the edge of the firelight and kind of like keeps an eye on you, but kind of like puts them in the hands of the second one. And you see the second one sort of bends down. You see two smaller Yeti silhouettes appear from behind the second one, and she
Okay.
kind of distributes the food amongst them, and then the Yetis kind of just back off into the snowy tundra and disappear into the storm.
Okay. Let me find my rations and take two more out.
Cool.
Okay.
And with that, the rest will go by just fine. You will get a long rest. With that, exhaustion should be eliminated in the party. Everybody should be doing a lot better now if all of the frostbite has gone away. Um, Day 2 of travel on your way to the dwarf holds. You see more caribou. See more caribou
Oh,
in
let's do it.
our
Let's do
herd.
it. Airboot.
Okay. Make me yeah, we'll use traditional, well not traditional, we'll use the homebrew hunt rules.
Okay.
You don't need to hunt them down, but you do need to make me a stealth check. You can have an advantage because of multi-attack. Do you want to put your hunter's mark down?
Yes.
Okay, extra d6, go for it.
Oh, I like that one. 27.
27 will do the job, and just the same, Lyragoth takes a hunt as well. You guys managed to take down two caribou between the two of you. You lucky. You let's see how much meat you're getting. Working on. Oh, that was the wrong button. Okay. So Lyragoth just eats her fill. She just, don't worry about her. You can take if you spend some time cleaning it.
And skinning it.
And cleaning and skinning it, that's right. It's a lot of meat. I'll just do what the random thing generated. You take 7 pieces of meat off of it. So
Okay.
7 rations worth of meat. Which is great. If you want to take more parts off of it, make me a nature survival check to take
Natural 20.
natural 20. You find 2 parts of worth on the elk. There are its antlers,
Okay.
which are prized amongst hunters. They're great hunters' trophies. They can be made into simple tools. You do whatever you want with them. The set weighs 2 pounds and is worth 15 silver pieces if you sell them.
Okay, antlers times 2. Item.
And lastly is the hide. The elk's hide can be crafted into soft, supple leather. You can create armor or apparel. You can create cold weather gear out of it. It expires in 10 days, or at least 10 days once you exit the cold weather.
Yep.
Like I said, you can make leather-based armors out of it, hide, studded. Weighs 3 pounds and can sell for 4 gold.
12 on the dice plus 7 is 19.
What do you mean?
I got 19.
For what?
Oh, that was counted with the natural 20? Okay, never mind. I thought you wanted me to roll again.
No.
Okay,
That's
so
all correct.
hides times 2?
No. Lyra just
Rips it? Okay.
like destroys the second elk. It is not a
Okay.
clean kill. It is a predatorial ripping.
Yeah.
There's nothing left of it.
So how about what was the 5 gold you said?
4 gold if you were to sell the elk hide as is.
Okay, but I'm probably gonna just make it into armor later.
Yeah, you make it an armor.
Yeah. And how much does that weigh?
That weighs 3 pounds.
3 pounds. Okay.
I'll stack.
Perfect.
Cool. That will represent quite a bit of hunting time. That's going to represent large creature. I'll represent 2 hours of hunting time. So why don't you make me a wisdom or another survival check just for the rest of the hunt of the day?
18.
18 is unsuccessful. So you struggle to find food and water sources until you find the elk, and then you're good.
Okay.
So how much meat did I say? That was 7 pieces of meat.
Yep.
That'll cover the, not including the goats. That'll cover everybody.
Okay.
Yep. So mark off a feed for anyone who has a goat. So cool. And with that, let's see what, there, then there. So that was day 2. At the end of the day, you guys arrive once more back at the cause, where they open the doors for you. They recognize you again. They go, "You will again. All right, come on inside." They welcome you back within the warm halls of a cause. There's probably a bit of relief that you're out of the blistering wind and the freezing cold and into somewhere a little more civilized, a little warmer, a little more safer. And the tundra. You're welcomed by Duro. And yeah, you guys can chill here. Keep in mind, if there's any gear you wanted to purchase, this would be the place.
I'm gonna take some time just to start the armor that I'm gonna make out of that hide.
For sure. Oh, this is fine. So what would you like to make out of it?
Well, it's a caribou hide, so I could make something kind of nice out of that, couldn't I?
Yeah, you can make, it's up to you what you want to make. You could go for, well, you're a leather worker, right?
Yes.
So this would be probably more towards armor creation than appeal. I would say a weaver could make a peel out of this, but you are making armor. So you could either go for padded leather, studded, or hide. Your choice.
Studded.
Studded? Okay, cool. 45 gold pieces to make.
Okay.
You could do 50 gold pieces worth of progress a day. You can dedicate 2 hours today to that creation.
Okay.
So let me see here. So 50 divided by 8 is 6 times 2. So you can get 12 gold, 5 silver worth of progress into this armor.
Okay.
Cool. So mark that off somewhere.
Yep.
And yeah, start making progress. Good job.
Okay, cool.
Is there anything anyone else would like to do here at the Dwarven Holds and the Cause?
No, not really. Unless I drink with the dwarves for the night and be like talking about wild stories and not go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be chased out by one of these people.
Not at all. We'll tell you what. If you're carousing, make me persuasion check.
Yeah.
I'll give you advantage because you're so respectful of the dwarven ways and you know their language and all of that.
Let's see.
No, 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 no.
Plus persuasion, you said?
Persuasion. Yeah.
All right, 19 and sir. No, right? 19 plus 11 is 30. Yes.
What'd you get?
30. Oh, you couldn't hear me.
30. Holy fuck. That's really good. Star, you're the fucking life of the party that night. You're riding this high, you've peaked. You're on the table, you're like singing like dwarven folk songs with the other dwarves. You're like Merry and Pippin singing the Green Dragon song. And they're all like, go, go, go. And they're just like, the dwarves are like super into you for some reason. They're like, this is my favorite cat. And they're just like, they fucking love you out here, Star. They're singing
Yellow's
songs.
gonna sit back with Shroud and look at Star and go, fucking show off.
Star's like, what do they mean? They keep calling me a cat. I don't know what that means.
He goes, you don't know what a cat is?
No, you?
One of them brings out their cat, and they're like, oh, and they bring out the cat to show you, and the cat sort of looks at you and kind of, yeah, basically just that, yeah, takes out a cat. But no, the dwarves think you're a fucking baller, dude. And I'll tell you what, for a fucking 30, I'm gonna give you a little benefit I'm not supposed to give you for this short amount of time. So in Xanathars, in downtime, you can carouse and potentially gain allies that you can call on later for favors and so on. I'm gonna give you one.
Yay!
All right, so I'll say it's this guy. I'll say it's the leader of the hold. So Duro Thuldoon, write him down on your inventory. He's your ally now. Duro Thuldoon.
Oh, I can't read that name. Okay, hang on. Just I had to make my screen bigger. Drew.
Copy and paste it if you want.
No, it's all right. Too late. I got it.
Okay, no problem.
He starts like, yeah, this man, Duro, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I name Star, is always welcome in Mazok, and everyone's like, woo! It's like, this person knows how to party. And it's just a good time, and he freaking loves you. And he like swears you like the allegiance of dwarven friendship at one point in the night, and you're like, cool. And essentially what this means, so he is now your contact, quote unquote, which means it basically means he's your buddy. Like he's your friend. He's like your good friend now, which will also allow you to make him into like a contact on the spot, in which he can assist you with something. Like he'll do you a favor. Like he's not gonna like go and do something against his character or against the safety of his people, but you can ask him for one favor, and he will probably do that for you.
Nice.
But that will like expend him as your contact, and you'll need to like get in good with him again. But if you can ask him for like a major favor, as long as it doesn't like compromise his people.
Ask him for help with this bug thing.
Well,
You
maybe
can if you
maybe
want.
I
If you
can
want
repel the
mass.
bugs. Some sort of bug repellent.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So you all wake up the next morning. Duro is, despite his grim warrior status, he thinks you're pretty cool. He's now like your official contact. He's like your best buddy. He like welcomes you to hang out with him. He goes, "So Star, you're going to be heading back out there, are you?"
Yeah, we have to get an egg from a Rathathon thing. That big giant cobra centipede thing. Any hints on how we can get through that? Because we're gonna
What
have
in the
to.
name of Moradin would you want to go to claim a Remoraz egg?
Well, it's kind of a long story, but basically we need to help someone and basically stop another person. I have a question. Do you have anything against the orcs around here?
Of course they do, those fucking orcs. We told you about them. They attack our caravans and harass us and bully our travelers and such. They are our rivals here on the glacier.
Well, you know those Rathathon eggs. Basically, those orcs can't have them. You know that, right?
Aye, the giants declared that no one but they might have them.
So, we have an idea.
All right.
The idea is get the egg to the orcs, hide it somewhere. Doesn't matter where. Put one there. Run for the Dickens. Get to the giants. Tell them to go to the orcs because they have an egg.
Who the fuck is Dickens? Now we've got to worry about the Dickens in the equation.
No Dickens. just
Oh,
just run.
all right. Fair enough.
Yeah. So
I understand.
yeah. So basically that is our plan. We're planning to have a bit of sabotage, if you know what I mean. To get rid of these orcs once and for all.
All right. Well, you're certainly going to have the help of Mazok if that's what you want. I will tell you what, Star. I'll lend you a piece of advice about these orc fellas. All right.
Okay.
Getting in, frankly, if you ask me, claiming the Remoraz egg will be easier than getting into that fucking camp. There's
We've
hundreds
noticed.
of them.
We've noticed.
So allow me to do you a favor in telling you how best to get into that camp, because I've studied them long to try and find weakness, and I'll tell you what they would allow you to enter with.
Okay.
Says if you go to them with a great offering of weapons and armor, they'll probably let you in. If you are in the company of a giant, they always allow the giants through because they fear their wrath. If you are able to make one of the orcs vouch for you, they'd allow you in. Oh, I also saw one time this one madman rode a Remoraz right up to their camp and they allowed them in, sort of shocked by the feat. I don't recommend trying that one, but they let you in for that. So those would be my recommendations. That's what our intelligence has been able to find out about.
The giant idea seems to be the easiest if we can convince a giant to come with us.
Yeah, basically get one of our giant friends to come with.
Like
if they're
Fook.
willing.
You can ask Fook.
Oh yeah. No.
Well, he's an ogre. He's
true.
a giant, but he's not
That's
a
true.
giant. You know, he's not a true giant. He says, but I mean, you could, but you'd have to be fooling the giant too, because you know it's forbidden to take the. They've forbade the taking of Remoraz eggs.
True.
Yeah. So let's get a bunch of weapons, I guess.
Well, what if we have an offering of weapons that look like they're good weapons, but aren't actually good weapons? We just need to get in long enough to drop off the egg.
And bolt. Do you have
whatever you think is best?
Yeah. Huh.
I just those are the methods I know to be probably the most effective to gaining access to the chieftain's camp.
Yes. That definitely helps, Duro. That definitely helps.
Hey,
All right.
after what you did for me last night, anything.
No problem, bro.
He fist bumps you for sure.
God damn it.
Approval rating 10. 10 out of 10.
Like A plus on eBay. A
He
plus
like pulls you
plus plus.
close, so you like chest bump, and he's like, "I can die for you, bro."
Yeah, man.
And then he pulls back and kind of goes back to being serious.
Yep. Okay, so I guess we got some ideas. Now we just gotta discuss how we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
All right. And now
I wish
over
you the fires of Moradin as you go.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Now I'm gonna say this over the table. Did I just use up my one time help?
Because you're not like getting like he
Help,
gave you a little information per you guys being buddy. I'm not gonna say you used him as a contact. Like
Okay.
the idea is like when you have I don't even know how to really explain this.
No,
Like
if you need
when you
someone to-
have a friend, like a really, really good friend, and you ask them to do something for you that you know is like pushing the boundaries of your friendship, and like you're like, they're probably not gonna talk to me after this, but they'll do it. That's kind of the idea of the favor. Like you're asking something really big of him.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. He just gave you
Alright.
info, and he's fine to do that.
Okay, I don't want to use him yet.
Yeah, no, you're good.
All right, so I guess now it's just discussing how we're gonna go about this.
All right, so to move the egg, I suggest we like build a sort of sled thing, so we can drag it behind us and move more quickly. Like 2 of us can pull it, and that'll probably help us to move faster.
Mhm.
I can hide our tracks for about an hour, so hopefully that'll be enough to lose them. Shroud, is there anything?
Per natural explorer, you can't be tracked, I believe, right?
Okay, fair enough. Well, I also have pass without trace.
Yeah, but you're like that functions great, but it's
Yeah.
So,
just so you know, in fairness.
um, wait, could we not strap the egg to Shroud? It's too big.
Yeah, but Shroud would move more slowly with a 200-pound egg.
True.
Yeah,
So if we put her
you
on a
gotta keep
sled,
in
it's
mind
faster.
if Shroud had because this isn't like a push drag lift situation. This is a carrying capacity situation.
Yeah.
So if Shroud had 200 pounds to spare in carrying capacity, it'll move just fine. But if not, yeah, you're a little boned.
I'm gonna have to ask the silliest question. I know Lyragoff is gonna hate me for saying it. Can't we not just tie a satchel or a wagon to the dragon? Because
Lyra Goth will not let you do that. I can tell you right now.
I know.
Erebir says, "Well, my griffin is like while Lyragoth's not there, says, well, my griffin is, far better trained. I mean, it could take. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna start beef on her behalf, but basically, she'd say like
And
her
the Griffin is a good option.
Her
Yeah,
griffin's well trained and very strong.
All right. Then yeah, the griffin can hold the very, very heavy egg.
You can probably
As long-
strap it to the back of the griffin. It can fly around.
Yeah. Okay. So now we just gotta keep it warm, or do we even have to keep it warm?
It doesn't need to be alive. It just needs to be there.
Yeah. Yeah. So just hide the egg inside a weapons thingy.
Ciela. What would the Emerald Enclave think?
Oh, they would not think this is good at all.
No, they would not.
Oh, fuck. Good point.
Wait,
Protecting the balance of nature. Wow.
Mm.
I'm like, we're not supposed to kill the egg, man. God damn it. There's gotta be a way to keep it warm.
I wonder if we can take a broken one, the pieces of a broken one, and put it together.
You think just to trick the giants?
Yeah.
And also trick the ogres?
The orcs, yeah.
I'm not saying that it couldn't work, but we still have to get a pretty solid egg. Here's a question.
Yeah.
This is over the table because I don't think Star would know this, but technically some animals will eat the shells usually afterwards. I know bug eggs don't really work that way. They kind of either disintegrate or they become absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So the question is there going to be anything in any residue egg?
I would say roll me a nature check and see if you can figure that part out.
I'm gonna help.
Sure. Both roll nature checks, see what you know about Ramirez eggs.
Have a negative nature.
No, I didn't roll well.
I got 9.
You got better than me.
You guys aren't sure. You guys are. That's very specific knowledge. Very, very specific knowledge about a creature that neither of you have encountered before. So unfortunately, you're not sure what. But it's a fair point, Star. You would know that the different eggshells react different ways. Different creatures do different things with the eggshells. They could be left behind. They could be eaten. They could dissolve. You don't know.
All right. So, okay, we have 2 options. If we can find eggshells, let's do it. If we can't find eggshells, we're going to have to get an egg.
Well, then we're gonna have to keep it alive.
And we're going to have to keep it alive.
And then return it afterwards.
Got Arab here. Maybe she knows how to keep it alive.
At which point, why don't we go to a very early break? And that'll, we're a little early, but
We can catch up Soraya.
it'll give us a good checkpoint to catch up Soraya. Exactly. We're not too far off anyway. So,
Okay, pause it.
yeah, we'll be back in a little bit.
Oh, God.
It's okay. It's okay.
Now
Alright,
it's
this is
all a
planning.
mystery.
Yep. We'll just have
Alright,
to see
here's
how
the
it
plan.
plays out.
Not kidding.
Let's see how it plays out.
Alright. Does that mean you guys are... is anyone proficient with carpenter's tools? You could probably make yourself a sled.
Nope, just leather workers and navigators.
Alright. But he goes, if you want to purchase a sled, we certainly can sell that to you. We also have... It's also worth noting, the dwarves that you saw out who were working the caravan, they had loaded into their caravans what looked to be like skis, but they were walking in snowshoes. He goes, we could sell you the animals to make the sleigh go forward. We can sell you horse. We could sell you the snowshoes.
Can we use one of our goats?
Because you can use one of your goats if you wish.
Okay.
We also have snow dogs.
Stop.
Wait, what? Star just like...
I thought you were talking to your cat.
I was.
I thought that was a reaction to snow dogs.
No.
You're like,
No,
no.
Star is gonna react to the snow dogs. He's gonna freeze up, going like, dogs.
All right, you're right, Star. I apologize. I did not mean to offend you.
No,
I understand they're your mortal enemy, like giants and dragons, or primordials and gods, or cats and dogs are not meant to be together. I apologize for even suggesting it.
It's okay, man. It's okay, man. If it makes our trip faster, though, I might have to get over it. Yep.
I wouldn't want you to do anything that makes you feel uncomfortable.
Star just fluffs up and like pats down his fur, and he's just like, "It's okay. It's okay."
All right, it's worth a pretty penny, though. These are purebred snow dogs, mastiffs too.
Star swallows and gulps a little bit, and is just like, "But cool. Hey guys, what do you think? What do we need?"
Well, we need the sleigh.
Yep.
All right. Well,
and
let's make
whatever
that right
we
and
need to
easy.
hook the sleigh up to the ram.
All right, and your ram should be able to carry the sleigh, and you'll need to get a special harness to harness the sleigh up to the goat.
Yes.
But once you've done that, whoever owned that goat could just ride on the sleigh, and then you could load whatever you're going to load, the egg, right into the front of it. So here's the price of a sleigh around here, not too expensive. Um, t- uh, 20 gold pieces if we could get you a very finely made sled. Harness and all.
That's easy peasy. Oh.
Alright, gentlemen, get them a sleigh. The finest sleigh. And for my good friend Star, who
Yeah.
did things to help me improve my life that I won't speak here for. It was really personal what Star did for me last night. I don't want to talk about it.
Star's like, what did I do last night? I was too drunk.
Apparently, whatever you did, he's like, he looks at you and he's like whatever you did, it meant a lot to him. It meant a lot to him.
Yay.
And yeah, they bring out like a really finely carved, like waxed down, fine, like carved in dwarven runes, like stylized, beautiful snow sled, with a harness for a giant goat.
Ooh. I paid for the sleigh. I put 20 gold in.
Because you're a man of honor, Star. I like that about you.
Yes. Gotta make sure I pay my debts to my buddies.
And you know what? You may have shown me that writ, and I may have already offered my people's alliance, but showing your forthrightness to take down this chief, the orcs, and to mess with them on our behalf anyway, speak well of you. Speaks
Yes.
well of you.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Start out, goes to his goat, and he's like, okay, we gotta do this thing.
All right.
Animal handling check.
No!
For what? Oh, oh yeah, okay, sure. To see
Yeah.
if Star puts the harness on, the goat doesn't get pissed off. Make an animal handling check, sure. Shouldn't be too hard.
Inspiration, actually, just because I don't want to die.
They're broken. It shouldn't be too hard.
Should be that hard. I got a 3. Just so you
You got
know.
a 3? How'd you get a 3?
I got a 2 plus 1 animal handling check.
Oh my god.
All right. You say 3. Give me a second.
I think I
You
want
make the
my
unfortunate mistake of walking behind the goat where it cannot see you. Or no, that's not true. You make the unfortunate mistake of walking in front of the goat and pulling the harness a little too hard. 18 to hit.
Oh, yeah, it hits me. Christ.
You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as you're just right in front of it, and it just kind of and just like headbutts you, and you're just like, and it just like gets you right in the chest. You're like, fuck.
In the background, Ciel is trying so hard not to laugh.
Everyone's like, ooh. All the dwarves are like, ooh.
George is on the ground now. He's like, oh, my chest. Oh.
Knock the wind out of me. I actually love Star. Star's like ridiculous.
Star is the best.
I'm really trying to
Alright.
think about does Shroud understand like the concept of like humor, just like
Make an insight check to see if you get the joke.
The pain.
Just the thought of what Shroud would sound like laughing in and of itself.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I can see it being like this horrible sound.
Yeah, right. They think they're making like a nice
Guttural,
like
echoing
noise. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like insight. That's a dirty 20.
So Shroud, your sensors don't tell anything to you, and I'll say at this later stage in your adventure, a lot of things come up that your HUD doesn't like tell you about anymore. Like you have your own like your HUD before was like
What is this?
It gave you everything, but now you're starting to like react to things outside of what your HUD and your subroutines like would inform you of. And in this moment, like you get it. It's funny. Star fucked up and got severely hurt because of it, and that is funny for some reason.
And I really think Shroud would like really quiet though, be like,
I imagine it's the sound of like twisting metal as you're like opening your mouth to laugh, and it's
Exactly.
like, and everyone's like, ah, what the fuck?
What is that?
Oh,
God damn it.
man. Someone really needs to fix your lips, Shroud. They're just like, it's just dented, jagged metal. Someone needs to get in there and just like file it.
I need to have like a Tin Man moment.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, what the fuck is going on over
Coat
there?
his jaw with rubber so it doesn't grind.
Yeah. Rubber lips.
No, then it'd just be squeaky. It'd just be like,
A little oil.
Yeah, a little oil.
But I like the idea of like rubber lips instead of just like jagged fucking ripped metal. Yikes. It's a cool aesthetic, but not in practice.
It might be more terrifying as well.
Honestly, maybe it's like, is that rubber? What the fuck?
Well,
As if Shroud needs to be more scary. Enemies already
more scary.
There's definitely a number of members of the dragon cult that wake up in cold sweats at night remembering Shroud. Like, for sure. Like, there are many. And they're like,
the ones that survived.
yeah, the few that have survived.
Yeah.
I still remember Star seeing a thing that he didn't want to see and then walking around.
I like the idea that everyone's just, and I mean allies too. Anyone who's ever been in combat with Shroud is just thoroughly traumatized. I know.
Ciela from that one
Shroud's my
encounter
ally,
when she walked in on Shroud and all the armor was gone.
Full Terminator.
Yes, oh God.
Fucking. Yeah.
With so much.
Where you think I'm sexy? No, probably not. All right, you guys load up on your goats. You head to the Remoraz mating grounds. You lucky ducks.
Sorry, I hear back.
Okay, let's see how she goes. You guys go traveling.
Travel.
Roll me a survival check there for your hunting, as I assume you wish to keep doing that.
18.
18 is not enough, I'm afraid. This is food is scarce out here. Food is scarce.
Yep.
But you get to the Remoraz mating grounds without further issue. You kind of make your way up to a high mound, and you know that you're there. Nothing has confronted you. Nothing has attacked you. It's getting towards the end of the day. The sun's probably going to go down soon. But you have made it to the mating grounds.
Okay.
So what would you like to do?
So we've been out all day?
Yep.
Okay.
Go
You want to rest first?
Sure.
Would be nice to rest before we go in there and not get murdered. Or at least kind of, we could, kind of watch out and see these monsters, because that's another thing. They could hunt us during the night.
Okay. You guys want to get a rest, or should I say attempt a rest?
Yes, let's attempt a rest.
Before trying to do what you do. Okay, fair enough. Okay. Who's taking what watch?
First.
Okay, that's all I needed. Perception check.
I'll take second.
18 plus 7, 25.
Okay, tell you what. Bear with me for a moment. I just need to get some stuff in place. I know I've got trees here, but there's no trees. Get out of here, Yetis. We don't like you anymore. So there. There's only like 2 tents, and then there's the tents for like these guys. Okay. Who's sleeping with who, by the way? Is it Star and Ciela, or is it
I think
like
so.
I'm fine with that.
or is it boys and girls? What are we doing?
Boys and girls would probably what they would do, I imagine.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. So I'd probably sleep with Terrence and be like, eh.
He'd be like, eh.
No,
I
he'd be
just
like
can't.
furry and warm.
He'd be he'd be Terrence, who is just super nice at all times.
Yep.
Unless it's the dragon cult. So you guys are well actually
I took first watch.
oh man, I did it all backwards. Yeah, you're at first watch, so you're kind of out here like this. And then Aravir's asleep over here. Okay. Hey, guess what, Miss Anxiety?
Uh-oh.
You know what's not usually recommended?
What?
Recommending
Campfire?
in the middle of the mating grounds of a deadly predator.
Oh, camping on them.
Camping on top of them, yeah, it's probably not super advised. No surprise round because anxiety. You're like, you feel this under the ground, and it goes away, and you're like, nope, it's
Get
coming
the
up.
fuck
And
up!
you're like, everyone get up, watch out! And in that moment, there will be a surprise round, but that's not going to affect you, Ciela. You
Okay.
avoid the surprise round per your alert, but everyone kind of, and then it's.
I
You
think
guys
Shroud
see.
avoids that too. Doesn't Shroud have the anxiety?
Shroud, do you have alert feet?
I don't have alert feet. I have
Okay.
danger sense.
Yeah.
Danger sense.
Roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Would anyone like to cover Aravir or Terrence?
Ew, wizards.
Yeah, even
That's a no. I'm happy to cover one or both of them, but
Okay.
I want to put the offer out there.
I could help with Terrence, I guess.
All right,
hope
go ahead
I
and load up
can-
Terrence's sheet.
Okay,
I'm happy to help as well, so it's not too overwhelming.
thank you. All right. Cool. Got him up. And I'll roll initiative from two. Oh, he got pretty good.
We'll say it comes up over here. And Shroud, you're just like right there, I imagine, just. Watch out! Okay, initiative sheet. Let's go. Boom. 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 We could also say that your friends sleep through all of this if you want to do it that way.
For the first round, sure.
I meant like, sorry, that was very non-specific. I meant the NPCs like Terrence and Eric. But you probably
That would be
won't.
funny. That would be very funny.
We could do that if you guys want, but I have no problem with them fighting as well. They would.
Yeah, I
Right.
think that they probably would. I don't think they'd sleep through this, especially with Ciela screaming bloody murder.
Fair enough. Bloody murder where? Okay.
Time for bloody murder!
Yay! It's initiative time. So you're taking Terrence. I'll take Aravir.
Okay.
Played a blade song wizard recently anyway. These are the goats. Do I need anyone else? Nope, those are my individuals. Okay. Oh man, that is a waste of a nat 20. go. And Aravir. Not so great. Okay, let's get initiative going. 25 to 20.
22.
23.
Yella.
23.
22, 23. Anybody else? Nope. How about 20 to 15?
16 for Terrence.
16 for Shroud.
Who would like to go first?
Shroud.
I can go first.
Okay. What about 15 to 10? Well, actually, it's just me at that point. It's just Goats and Aravir and...
Largoth.
Oh, yeah, Griffin. Well, Lyregoth goes on your count.
Oh, I have to roll
Being
for
your-
Largoth? Oh, that's right. Largoth goes after me. I just didn't
Yeah,
see-
Lyregoth's your...
Yeah.
Yeah, Lyregoth's your buddy now, so Lyregoth will... is your companion, so... Okay, Griffin! I need to look up a Griffin, because I forgot all about Griffins. Griffins. It's gonna be 10 to the Griffin. Which will go before Aaron. Oh boy. Okay, let's get started. Star, you wake up. You possess your reaction now, but you are surprised by the Remoraz's stealth attack.
Star's just gonna scramble and be like, oh my god.
That's gonna bring us to Ciela. Ciela, you were ready for this. As it pops up, you're already arming yourself. What do you do?
I cast Hunter's Mark.
All right.
And I'm going to actually just let me check one quick thing.
It is in melee with you, just so you know.
Yes, I know. I just need to check one quick thing about that. Where it is, there it is. What was that defense power I took? I think it allows me to not have. Oh, this is Terrence's sheet.
Oh my god.
Escape
These
the
things
horde.
are fucked.
Okay, yeah, I have escaped the horde, so opportunity attacks made against me are made with disadvantage.
Okay.
So I'm going to run back my full
Fair
speed
enough.
and
All right.
sharpshooter it.
All right. Well, first things first.
Yep.
You avoid a natural 20,
Oh, thank God.
but that'll be a 15 to hit.
Miss.
Miss. You're lucky. It shoots its head into the snow, and you just manage to. Your ranger instinct gets you around it, and you take flight. You want to run like 30 feet?
Yes.
All right, you run 30 feet, turn around, draw your bow, and
Sharpshooter.
go for it.
That is a natural 18 plus 6, so 24.
24 absolutely hits. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Damage is D8 plus 5. Huh. 1 plus 6, 7 damage.
7 damage. Fantastic. Anything else?
I get a second shot, don't I?
Yep, go for it.
Okay. Same thing. Oh wait, 7, and I get a plus 10 damage on that, so 17. Sorry.
No problem, no problem. Go ahead and make that second attack. Go for it.
Okay, that is another natural 18. Plus 5 is 24, or plus 6 is 24.
Yeah, 24 will hit.
Yeah.
This is with a -5.
Yeah, I have plus 11.
Holy shit. Okay.
Oh, I forgot to do damage for my shit. My acid damage to it as well. It's not that new bow. Forgot about it.
New bow. Sure, if you say so, sure.
Yeah. So that is a 10 damage plus an extra D6 of acid damage. Plus another
Okay,
10 for the sharpshooter. So that's 20. Plus 2 is 22. So
22
basically,
additional.
yeah, so I
Yeah,
have I rolled 10 damage, flat damage, plus 10 from the sharpshooter. Okay.
Mhm.
Plus what was that? A 2 for the acid damage.
Understood.
Yep.
Yep, no problem.
And I forgot the acid damage on the first roll, but that's okay.
Well,
I forgot it.
so as far as the acid damage goes, you have to use your bonus action to infuse your weapon with that damage type.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, chromatic infusion. As a bonus action, you touch a simpler martial weapon and infuse it with one of the dragon damage types.
Okay, do I have to do that every turn? Or just once?
No, just once, and then it preps, and then it like basically it's set for the next minute, but you do have to use your bonus action to prep it.
Okay. All right, good to know.
We'll subtract that acid damage for now.
Okay.
Well, which was how much? How much acid damage did you do?
2.
Okay. Cool. All right, fantastic. Is that all?
Yeah.
Okay, so you definitely see it, and you kind of like you deke it out. Like, let's be honest, it's a basketball. You like,
yeah,
and it shoots right there. And as it's hitting there, you run off, draw your bow, you turn around, take a knee, you shoot it twice, and it pieces back angrily. The arrows lodge in its chest. They immediately melt.
Oh shit!
And just sort of fall to the ground, giving you the sense that its body is like super heat. So those mark off 2 arrows. Those arrows are kaput. Those are not usable.
Those aren't arrows. Those are. I don't have to use ammo for this bow.
Then never mind. Forget the whole thing. But either way, you see them like if they're acid arrow. Yeah, they're like acid arrows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do see them still like bubble and suggest an immense heat to the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, is that all?
Yes.
All right, it's gonna go across the campfire, right towards you, Ciela, and is still gonna take that bite attack on you again.
Okay.
Oh, you're so fucking lucky. I don't know what it is with my high damage monsters. They just always get away from them. That's another 15.
Okay.
It shoots at the ground, smashing the ground. With jagged, piercing jaws. You get the sense that you do not want to be bit by this thing.
Yeah.
But that is, what was that little walk? That was 25 feet. Yeah, and that's his turn. That's it.
And it also got say, "Holy Jesus fuck," sort of response out of Ciela.
Fair enough.
Cocksucker.
Yeah, like as it draws back, it pulls back, and the snow there, like obviously is gone, but you see the ice under the snow, and like a monstrous chunk has been carved out of it. And you're like, I'm glad that's not my body, because that's ice is stronger than me.
Yes.
Okay, Shroud, you're come online. Everybody wakes up at this point. Everybody wakes up. Bring us to the top of initiative, which is Star. Star, you are presumably unarmored.
Mm-hmm.
And you get your weapons out, and what do you do?
Did I see Ciela's arrows just melt?
Nah, man, you're in a tent. You're inside of a tent right now. You don't know what's going on out there.
Well,
Except,
damn.
holy fucking Jesus, and like the hissing and the...
It had to be bugs. It just had to be bugs. he's
All right,
mumbled.
so you crawl out of your thing and stand up?
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
that's going to be... We're going to call that 25 feet, so you could have crawled 5 feet for double movement, and then stand up, which is 15, so that's 25 feet. You have 5 left.
Okay. Can I get behind the tent?
You're in melee range of it, but you can...
But it's advantage because he's looking away at me?
Well, he sees Evan.
Oh, damn it. Fine.
Yeah. Like as you come out, it sort of cranes
Yeah.
around and sees you.
I hate this. I hate this so much. And I'm saying this on behalf of Star and myself. So good question. I don't have so if I use my bonus to arm my ice weapon and for my my dragon fang to. Can I still attack it?
When you use your to arm it,
Yeah.
what do you mean?
Can I arm my weapon and then attack it afterwards?
What do you mean by arm it?
I'm not arm.
I don't think you prepare
mean-
that one like the poison.
Does the ice one not get prepared? I thought it has to be prepared like the poison one.
They're all different. They all work different. Oh, the bonus damage is just always there.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to stabby with the white dragon tooth dagger.
All right. The one note there is that it does cold damage, not acid damage, as a reminder. But yeah, go for it. Go for it.
All right. I hope this works.
You got allies within 5 feet. If you hit, you'll get sneak attack.
Yay, sneak attack. Okay. Oh, there's so many dice. But first, I gotta see if I can hit him.
Yep, see if you hit him.
Come on. Oh, 17 plus 10 is 27.
I think 27 will hit. It's entirely possible. You come out of the thing and you're like, oh fuck, and you just like, shing, and take out your dagger and just like drive it into the side of this creature. The one thing to note is that it will do no cold damage. It seems that this creature is immune to cold damage, but you will still get the D4. You will still get the sneak attack. Go for it.
All right. Yeah, D4. So D4. I need one of those. That's rolled, and then I need how many dice for my sneak attack? 5? 5.
You're level 10. I think that's 5.
Yep, it's 5. It's 5. All right.
1,
Oh my god, there's so much damage.
5.
I need
Wait,
a chemical.
1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5.
Yeah, it's 5.
9.
It's 5d6. Don't worry. You can
4.
see it.
Isn't it?
No,
1,
it's
3, 5. Oh, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Sorry, I just don't know how to count odd numbers, I guess. But yeah,
No
you're good.
worries.
5. 5, you're right.
Yeah, it's 5. Let me see here. 3 plus 6 for the dagger, and plus 2 plus 1 plus 5 plus 3 plus 2. 22 damage.
22 damage is not bad. It's nothing to turn your nose up at. But I got bad news for you.
Oh
You
no.
stab into it. Shing, as you stab into it, it immediately superheats your dagger, and thus your whole, or actually the blood sprays out of it, and it sprays across your body, and it is really fucking hot blood. You are going to take, you're going to take 6 fire damage.
Ow, 6 damage. That much. Okay. Sorry's gonna be like, god damn it. And I'm gonna scramble. I'm gonna disengage and scramble.
All right, you got 5 feet left. You can always feline agility if you wish to get a little extra bump.
That sounds like a great idea.
All right, where are you going then? You got 35 feet.
There's not really anywhere to go to hide.
Well, it's the middle of the night. There's plenty of places to hide.
Darkness, my old friend. Can I reach any of the trees?
You mean the jagged ice coming out of the ground that's mysteriously shaped like trees for some reason? Sure.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can get there. You can like run across the campfire. Nah, it's a little far. You can run behind a tent though.
Yeah, okay, behind the tent.
All right, your tent.
Yeah.
All right, you jump behind the tent, disengage. Too fast to see. Feline agility, go on all fours and just across the campfire, and you get behind a tent, and I believe that's your turn.
Yep.
All right, that'll bring us to Ciela. It's your turn once more.
All right.
What do you do?
Same thing as last time. So
Ooh,
basically, get into a shooting range instead of disadvantage range.
Got it. So it'll
praying that it
try an
doesn't-
opportunity attack you at disadvantage to start. That is going to be 21 to hit. On disadvantage.
That hits.
This is going to not feel great on your body.
Nope.
As it clamps, oh fuck. As it bites down on your body, you're gonna take 53 piercing damage,
Oh, Jesus.
plus an additional 11 fire damage. So its body is superheated, for a total of 64 points of damage. And it grapples you in its mouth.
Oh, fuck me. Okay. So,
Yeah, that's why it gets one attack.
yeah. I'm going to,
T-Rex, eat your heart out.
yeah. I'm going to try to break free.
All right, absolutely. Make me an athletic or acrobatics check to break free. You are grappled and restrained as a note. So just to double check. Yeah, it doesn't affect your skill check. So make me an acrobatics or athletics check to escape.
Okay. That was a natural 15 plus 5 acrobatics. So
you manage to slip free of its bite. You fall to the ground at its feet. So you would have gone 5 feet, and then the 15 would have got you caught. So you've spent 10 feet so far as you drop to the ground.
okay, let's get as much as I can.
All right, you do a little 20-footer away.
Yeah.
Make me a constitution saving throw. DC is holy fuck 32. Does that keep your hunter's
kidding
mark?
me?
Keep your hunter's mark? Yeah, it's half the damage. Or
Oh, yeah, I can't even roll that high.
Got it. Fair enough. Yeah, your hunter's mark is. There was no way you were keeping concentration of that. The pain was too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
And do I have a bonus action?
You have a bonus action.
Because my action was breaking free. Yes.
Yep.
Okay, bonus action. Healing word on myself.
Fair enough.
Let's do a 3rd level healing word on myself.
Fair enough. Go for it.
3 plus, what is that? That is a 2 plus 4. So 3 plus 2 plus 4 is 9, plus 3 is 12.
12. Okay, very good. At the end of your turn, I gotta say, cinematically, this is very much like, you know when Hiccup's if you've ever seen How to Train Your Dragon, you know when Hiccup's in there and he's like in the little fighting arena, and then Toothless just like jumps in and saves him at the last minute, and and he goes into like a huge like dragon snapping battle. As Ciella's running, as the thing bites Ciela, and she like is trying to pull herself free, I'm gonna say what saves you is suddenly one of the tents goes flying up and into the air as a giant angry black dragon goes, and the Remoras turns around and goes, and they start battling each other, and it gives you the break you need to run away.
Okay.
But yeah, in this moment, whether Lyragoth would admit it or not, a certain anger and hostility to see you attacked emerges, and just War of the Monsters, dragon monster battle. There's like snapping at each other like violently.
Nice.
Like 2 dogs fighting at each other. It's terrifying, and they're huge. Like this Remoras is like the size of a Tyrannosaurus, and this dragon is bigger than the biggest horse you've ever seen. And they're just fucking going at it, death battle, like savage, rip each other apart. It is terrifying, right in front of you. So your dragon is just gonna make multi-attacks to start. Doesn't care about the fire. It's too much. The bite goes wide, snaps wide. The Remoras hisses, comes around with the claws, and is going to try and put 2 claws into it. Another claw just sort of tries to drag across its armor. Doesn't quite work. The last one does manage to hit, and he manages to get like right into those fins and sort of tear down the fins. It bleeds on Lyragoth for 7 fire damage, which Lyragoth happily takes with significant hit points, and the Remoras is going to take 6 slashing damage. But it is very focused on the dragon threat all of a sudden. It is a serious battle between the 2 of them. And little Shroud is not so little, but Shroud, you're like right in the middle of this. You're right underneath it as they're like attacking each other. That is going to bring us to the Remoras' turn. Who I think it's just gonna fight fucking Lyragoth because it's a fucking humongous fuck you black dragon. So Lyragoth's like biting and slashing. The Remoras is gonna crane its head around and attack. and definitely hits Lyragoth with a 30. It bites hard into Lyragoth's throat. Lyragoth lets out this angry sort of like damaged hits. It's gonna take 46 damage. Is gonna take an additional 12 fire damage, and is grappled and restrained by the Remoraz at this moment.
Does
Yeah.
any acid, does it take any acid damage from piercing her?
Nope.
Okay.
It doesn't have any acid in its blood. Like she has it in her like sac thing.
Okay, because it was
there,
in the
but-
throat, so I was wondering.
Yeah. Well, it's flavor. A lot of flavor. Okay, that'll bring us around to. Actually, I think the Remoraz releases, like, doesn't keep Lyragoth grappled and restrained, like unlatches its jaw from Lyragoth for whatever reason. And that'll bring us to Shroud's turn. Shroud, what would you like to do as you are in the midst of this monster battle?
Murder. I'm already in range, like in melee range, right?
Yes, you are.
Okay, I'm going to use my bonus action to rage.
All your sensors, they fizzle out. You feel that hot drum in your chest, and the metal tears apart as you let out this like scream that echoes across the tundra landscape in the night, and you become the monster. What do you do?
I'm
You're the
gonna,
third monster in this battle.
I am going to attack.
Go for it.
And I'm going to get this cat away first. All right, let's see here. Oh, and I don't know, like, since I have like two weapons, I have like the Dragon's Gleam and my shield, and then I have the, what's it called? The two-handed sword. I don't know if like before initiative, if you need me to like say like what I'm using, but like,
Yeah.
I've like equipped the Dragon's Gleam and like shield.
Got it. Yeah, no problem. I think first round, like how I see combat is there's a first round that happens off table, which is everyone drawing their weapons and shields and shit.
Okay.
So that's what you were doing. Yeah, you're good. You're armed with whatever you want here.
Cool.
To start.
So does 22 hit?
It certainly does. Go ahead and roll damage.
Cool. All right, where is my D8? Let's see here. That is 6, 12, and then 12. 14 points of slashing damage.
It will take that 14 points, and as it bleeds on your armor, it hisses and burns. You're going to take 6 fire damage.
Okay. Okay, make sure I got that. Okay, and then I am going to attack it one more time, or try to.
Go for it.
17 to hit.
17 will just hit. Roll damage.
Cool. 5, 11, 12, 13 points of slashing damage.
13 points of slashing damage, and you, my friend, will take 5.
Okay. Wrong button.
All right.
Cool.
Well done, Shroud. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Let's double check here. I marked off my rage. There's that. I think that's it for now.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, that'll bring us to Mr. Marigold, who I assume will unequipped with armor. So should have a AC that is 10 plus their dex mod.
Okay, I'll just unequip the armor.
Okay. He's going to do the same thing that Shroud did. He's going to shimmy out of the tent and stand up. That will cost him 25 feet, so he'll have 5 left when he emerges and is in melee range of the Remoraz.
Okay, well, we're going to cast a spell.
Hell yeah.
And...
We love casting spells.
Yes, we do.
Money Wizard game.
That's humanoid, so that doesn't work. He's been looking through his spells and figuring out which one to use.
Look at that. That's the face of terror right there. Its jaw locks and everything.
Yeah.
Fucking nature's cruelest creation.
Oh, it doesn't understand the language. This isn't a beast, so that wouldn't work.
You would be surprised if this was the beast. I think anyone here would be.
Yeah. I'm going to the last bit of here. Okay. Let us cast. Where did it go? Grasping Vine.
Crispin Vane. All
Yes.
right.
Grasping Vine. So set it to behind where this thing is. And like behind it.
Like so.
And just to grapple it, I guess.
Okay. What needs to happen?
Dex 18.
Dex 18. That is a failure with a 5. It's not very dexterous.
Okay.
It's
So
grappled.
yep. Conjure.
Cool.
Which one? Yeah. So every time it tries to move, the vine will like on I guess every time it's Terrence's turn, it'll yeah, that's for a minute.
Here, I'm just gonna look it up just so I.
Yeah. You conjure a vine
Cool.
that spreads from the ground in an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within range. When you cast a spell, you can direct the vine to lash out at a creature within 30 feet of it that you can see. The creature must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or be pulled 20 feet directly towards the vine.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't grapple it per se, but it drags it towards where the vine is stationed. So, I assume you'd like to put it like over here then maybe, so it could be dragged away. Okay, cool. So you put it here. Well, probably here because it's got good range.
Yep.
Or as long as it's been 30 feet, so you can put it like here. Doesn't matter.
Yep.
Yeah. See, like you're good. Okay, it fails. So in this moment, it's just
dragged 20 feet.
Yeah, 20 feet. It's dragged right up to the vine.
Yeah.
It was dragged, so there's no opportunity attacks.
Okay.
But yeah, it's dragged right out of the center of camp and sort of out of the firelight.
All right, cool. And let's look at my bonus actions I can do with him. Let's do a spiritual weapon.
Got it. I'm just putting this out so we know what the range of light is, because once we hit that 60-foot mark, that's pure darkness out there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Spiritual weapon, you said?
Yes.
You can only cast one spell a turn.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Cantrip can. But that was an action.
Cantrip.
So.
Okay, yeah,
no, that was a bonus action. You can do a cantrip.
Okay, cantrip. We can do Pull the Dead.
Towards it dead. Wisdom saving throw.
Yes. That is wisdom 18.
Wisdom 18. That is going to be only a 12. Roll me some damage. You guys are tough.
Where's my d12?
You're gonna be dumb. You gotta be
so
tough.
It's a 1d12. No, 2d8 damage.
2d12 because it's already
2d12. Oh.
Yeah. That Terrence, he's a tough guy.
Okay, so that is a 3.
Oh man. That's okay. It do be like that. The Dolores bell rings out, takes the damage. It is looking a little bloodied.
He does well on the initiative and then low on the roll.
Yeah, it's too bad. It's too bad. Would you like to move?
Where is he right now?
Right there.
It's right there. Let's move him a little bit farther away from this thing because he's not armored right now.
Fair enough. So 10, another 10. Oh, he's only got 5 feet because it took all that movement.
Just 5 feet away. Yeah.
There, it moves like over there. Cool. I'm going to surprise you very much with what the goats are going to do. They're going to go, ah! And try and run. But I imagine you guys probably tighten them to the ground so then run off. Yeah, so they're pretty much just going to stay put. They're bound to the earth right now.
Run away!
Yeah, they're just standing there because they can't move. They're stuck. The griffin... I don't know what the griffin does. Yeah, I think the griffin will fight. They're pretty territorial, aggressive creatures. They're ferocious. So, makes sense. So it's going to throw off its blankie stand up with half movement for 15 feet. It's going to fly over here and is going to attack from above because that is what they do. 15, we'll put it here. And that'll be 40 feet of movement. It's going to make a beak and a claw attack. The beak misses, the claw misses. I don't know what I need to just start rolling in person again. It tries to attack, but too far away, doesn't get it. And it's just going to sort of fly around to the other side. And we'll call it a day. That'll bring us to Erebir. Erebir does the same thing, shimmies out of the camp. Not into the fire, because that would be painful. That is what we would call that. She sort of shimmies out. She's got 5 feet left. She will. Let's see here. What are we gonna do? We're going to sleep anyway, so let's have a little fun. I think she is going to cast. Well, she's going to enter her Blade Song. So she gets her dance moves going. And then she'll cast. I want to do it. I want to do it really bad. Let's give. She's going to give herself greater invisibility. She's going to go. Ooh, actually, she didn't see all the damage being taken, so she'll go this way. And that'll be her turn. That's going to bring us to Star, back at the top of initiative. Star, what do you do, my friend? It is right motherfucking there. What do you do? And it sees you. It's like looking down at you.
It's like, oh god. Okay, are we running away?
At least
It's
from what
bloodied.
you've seen of the... You can call it out and say, are we running? But the party seems quite aggressive.
Okay, fine, we're fighting the big bug. Ugh. I know over the table I know the arrows don't work on it.
Well, the arrows worked. They just
Melt.
sort of melted because they stayed in there too long. Your dagger's fine, by the way. Your dagger works.
Okay, but it also hurts me when I attack it.
It is true. It hurts you when it attacks. You also have sneak attack right now because the griffin is engaged in melee.
Okay, it was only 6 damage. I could probably get away with this, and then disengage and run away. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go stabby with the thing.
Got it. All right, so that's a straight roll. I'm not counting the goats as enemies because they're pinned to the ground and they're not doing anything other than being scared. So it's a straight roll.
All right.
Yeah, they're not an active threat. The Ramirez is worried of right now.
24.
What was that?
Yeah, 24. Sorry.
24 will absolutely hit. Roll me some damage.
All right. Okay. So many damage. All right. Need all the calculator and everything. All right. Clear. So this was 4 plus 6 plus. Oh my god, now all the numbers. 30 damage.
30 damage. Yikes, that hurts. 30 damage. Very good. You stab into it and it hisses angrily as you just tear the blade down and the blood spews all over you. You're gonna take 12 points of fire damage.
Wow, 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 wow.
What do you do next?
I
Disengage?
am going to disengage and run away.
Goodbye. You run 30 feet.
There you go.
Does that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Fantastic. All right, I'm getting rid of the bubble. It's bugging me. Ciela, you and your trusty companion, what do you do?
Okay. Hunter's Mark.
Hunter's Mark. As a reminder, you can control Lyra Goth. I kind of took her over last term because I thought it was very clear what she was about to do. But
Okay.
if you want to give command, you can.
Okay. And
Okay, Hunter's Mark.
sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter?
Mhm.
Go for it.
12 plus 6 is 18.
18. It's roll some damage.
Okay. Okay, so we go with D8. 2 plus 5 is 7, plus the D6. 5 is 12, plus the D6 for the acid. 2 is 14, plus 10 for the sharpshooter. So 24.
24 damage. Youch. You shoot it. It hisses angrily. It's very bloody.
Okay, let's take another shot.
Go
Same
for
thing.
it.
Sharpshooter. Natural 20.
Hey, roll me some big damage.
All right, so that's max damage for the with the sharpshooter. How does that work with sharpshooter?
Just standard plus 10. It only
Okay.
crits only affect the dice. It doesn't affect
Okay.
any modifiers.
Perfect. All right, so that is
So just you take the maximum
13.
possible damage you could have rolled, and then you roll the dice again.
Okay, so that's 13 plus 10, 23. What's another 13? 36.
36. That's
Not
the
done,
damage.
not done.
Okay.
42 damage.
42 goddamn damage. Ouch! You severely damage the Remoraz, and it's staggered. It's got like huge arrows just like jutting into its spinal column. It's like
Oh,
twitching.
they're acid arrows, so they're gone.
Yeah, they down its back, and it's sort of struggling to stay on its feet. It is very, very hurt. It's delirious. It's barely alive. And I believe
Finish him!
it lets out a roar, is going to take off into the air, and the Remoraz will look up just in time for a acid breath to down and just melt the motherfucker. And I don't need to roll anything. It does 11d8 acid damage at this point,
Holy shit.
which is a point. You guys haven't seen the acid breath of
Young
Dear
dragon.
Lyragoth since her growth. It's not like a spew anymore.
11
It is
D8.
it is a torrent of like black
Holy
acidic
shit.
that just melts the Remoraz into almost nothing. And it is just like it's almost completely dissolved under the weight of the breath. She does, just for the fun of the number, she does 58 points of acid damage.
God damn.
Jesus Christ. That is the combat. As it bleeds on the snow, it immediately begins to, like, you don't think it's not going to go to the bottom of the earth or anything, but it immediately begins to, like, sink into the snow and the ice underneath a little slower, just from the sheer heat of the body. But it is dead. The goats are freaking the fuck out, but you have done it.
All right, guys. Can we let's move the camp?
Yes, let's move the camp a little bit.
I'm not doing so good right now.
Just so you know, you guys are like a couple miles deep into the mating zone.
Yeah.
Actually, no, wait, let me double check. I think you guys might be on the outskirts. Let me just.
So we're on the outskirts.
Yeah, we'll say you're on the outskirts. If you guys wanted to pack up and force a march for an hour, you could. You have to restart your long rest.
That's fine.
That's okay.
Okay, fair enough. Pack up the tents. Take your beasts. I need, but it is blisteringly cold out. As a reminder, I need everybody to roll a con save for exhaustion.
Okay.
So let's start with that one. This is just for like forcing a march beyond the normal travel time. This isn't about the cold. So DC 10.
DC 10? Okay. Parents got a natural 19.
Nice. Actually, con saves, just maybe 2 of them. Same DC 10. One's for the cold, one's for pushing yourselves.
No.
So you're fine, Trapped. right? Because you got a
And
10.
a 10 for the second one.
Okay, you're
Okay.
good there. Roll the beasts too. Make sure to roll the companions and beasts. Your Lyra Goths, your goats.
What is her or her con saving modifier?
Who's her? Oh, Lyra Goth. +6.
Okay, she passes that one.
I'll roll the goats. Just get those out of the way.
And the second
All the
one's
goats
passed.
save.
So Largoth saves.
Lyra Goth saves.
And Ciela saves.
Fantastic. Two of the goats take exhaustion. One of them don't. I'm just gonna say one is Terrence's, and who here? Who? It's Star and Shroud, right?
Yep.
I'll just roll evens and odds. Shroud, you'll be evens. So Star, it's your goat that takes 1 point of exhaustion and hold.
Oh, okay. I was going to say Star rolled a 5 for the first one, which is +3, which is not 10, and then the other second roll was 18.
Okay, so you'll take 1 point of exhaustion then. Aravir is fine. Aravir's Griffin is just fine. And I think that should be everybody.
Okay.
That should be everybody, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, with that, a couple people take exhaustion here or there. But surely you'll be able to sleep it off. You set up, you walk for like maybe about 4 miles, probably less because it's very cold out. But you get out of what you think to be the mating zone. You hope it is out of the mating grounds. You set up tents again, set up a fire, go back to sleep. You get a long rest, and the exhaustion's gone.
Okay.
I can't hit the long rest button on Terrence.
I will go ahead and do that for you.
Thank you.
No problem. I'll do that in just a second. I'm just cleaning up the map here. Oh, and Ciela, you leave that beautiful, beautiful Remoraz corpse behind.
Yep.
All of the cool parts you could have taken from it. Oh well.
Yeah. Well, you said it was acid damage, so there probably wasn't very much left of it.
There might have been some, but anything like the exterior of it was probably fucked over.
Yeah.
I was gonna roll something, but I don't remember what. Oh, never mind. I can't remember what I was gonna roll. You wake up, long rest had. Oh, I wasn't gonna roll. I was gonna reset Terrence's health. Right.
Yes. And the spells.
All right. Yep, I'll hit long rest, cover 1 level exhaustion, and if you hit refresh, Terrence should be taken care of.
Yeah.
Okay, with that, you wake up the next morning fresh, alive, and aware of what you're up against. What happens now? You guys go play with the Remoraz?
I guess so. We're gonna have to do this. So we've had our first taste of it. We don't want to fight those things again.
Ciela will see the Largoth. It's really fucking sick how you melted that motherfucker.
She gives you the biggest toothy smile, but like, fuck yeah. Super into that. Just like, yeah.
Gotta feed the dragon's ego.
Yeah, absolutely gotta feed the ego. Very vain creatures, absolutely. All right, is there so yeah, you guys gonna go and try and find yourself an egg?
Yeah, let's go find an egg.
Okay.
Star just groans.
Will you stop rummaging? Stop.
There's a
quit
cat
that rummaging.
behaving.
Okay, guys, if any of you want to try and find a Remoraz lair, I need investigation checks. That's kind of a stupid thing. I'll accept survive rolls as well. Investigation or survival.
All right. Thanks.
I got 16.
That is a failure.
19 plus 7, which is 16. 20, 26.
26.
And dirty 20, so.
Dirty 20, that's a failure, I'm afraid. So you guys are all looking around. I'm going to say Aravir and Terrence once more, keeping an eye on the goats, the griffin, the big dragon, keeping an eye on things. You three go out looking for Remora's lair, and like Ciel, you're like, yeah, this is my thing, man. I got this. And you guys are all looking around, and you're kind of struggling. You're not really sure what to look for. But maybe Star takes it from a different direction. Hits it from like the investigative rather than the tracker, and is sort of deduces clues around the landscape. And Star, you, my friend, find what you think to be a Remoraz lair, based on, like the way the snow kind of just ever so slightly falls in. The width of it is big enough, and you don't feel like it doesn't feel like there's ice underneath it. It feels like just like a lot of snow at the entrance. And what you gather is that you guys are going to need to dig to open up the lair.
Okay.
No.
I'm going to use shape water.
Okay, start using shape water. Is anyone else helping?
Star will try to help digging.
Well, dig it. Unless you have a tool, do you have a tool or something to help you dig with? Because it is frosty. It is cold. You'll lose digits if you do it with your hands.
Ciela will lend her mittens to Star.
Yeah, I don't
She has hide mittens. They should be warm enough.
They're pretty warm.
Yeah, I'll wear the mittens. Star's like, my paws.
Kittens and mittens.
So yeah, he'll start digging because he doesn't have any tools.
All right. I'll give you I'll say it helps a little bit. It would be much more helpful if you had a proper digging tool, but it's like shoveling the driveway with your hands,
He wants to be
Shroud, do you wish
helpful
to
when
aid?
Yeah, I'll try and help.
Okay. Do you have any tools or how do you intend to help?
In my backpack, I have a hammer.
Just gonna hit it with a hammer.
Yeah.
That's not going to attract them at all.
So yeah.
He's
Misanagai!
There's probably
Call the
icicles.
worm. You guys start digging away.
And I'm going to use I'm also going to create a bonfire on top of it.
Well, you're doing one of these.
Okay, I'll do the
right? It's an
bonfire
action
then, because
each,
that'll
right?
probably help faster.
Well, in fairness, you can concentrate on the bonfire and then shape water.
Yes.
So fair enough. So Shroud's just hitting the snow with a hammer, which is it's helpful. Like when you give your 5-year-old a piece of wood with a nail in it, you're like, hammer the nail in, hammer the nail into the wood. Go do it over there while I go do the rest of the work. So Shroud's in the corner going, which is helping. And Star's going, and is digging with hands, which is like maybe a quarter is helpful. But you, Ciela, are doing like the work of 2 people because you're melting it and removing it. So this is only going to take like a little less than 2 hours.
Okay.
But you start working away. Nothing comes and attacks you.
Oh shit.
No sandworms. No. For whatever reason, they don't seem to detect you by the grace of the dice. And that means I need to go find where I put my Remoraz lair on this board. I think I know where it is. Ah, there it is. Aha! Found it. Good job, Star.
Yeah.
Go. Make them big. Let it go. Gonna get me a Remoraz egg. Oh no, lost connection. What the fuck? All right, well, yeah, that's better. You guys all start gathering around to see the sights. Come here, Griffin. And yeah, so what's the plan? You guys have opened up the lair.
I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace.
Oh, is that my lair? Where the fuck is my lair? Oh, it's over here. What the fuck? Sorry, I'm just trying to find it. You son of a bitch. Okay, it's here somewhere. There it is. I found it. I found it. I think I found it. Sorry, I'm just trying to open this up. There we go. Okay, you cast Pass Without a Trace on the party, no problem.
Mhm.
Put all that back. It was a secret, not actual tunnel. Okay, Pass Without a Trace is up. What else? Or what are you doing? What's gonna happen next?
We got to sneak in and find an egg. Just look at it.
Yep, sneak in, and if we can't do a disguising of it, we're going to have to steal it. Hopefully not.
Let's do the disguise.
Yeah.
We're not going to disguise it here. We're going to disguise it elsewhere.
Okay.
We just need to look at it so we know what it looks like.
Okay.
Feel it.
Yeah, get texture right too, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This wasn't a pain in the ass to make at all. Look at all these single things I made.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my God.
Tailspire is great. It's not perfect. Okay. How do you intend to descend? Because you look down and it's a bit of a fall.
How far?
You look down more than 60 feet. It's probably like 85 feet deep.
Do we have enough rope to tie?
Ciela will ask Aravir if the griffin can carry a couple people down in a couple trips.
He says, yeah, the griffin can do like 2 at a time.
Okay. And Laragoth, would you
Not
mind?
too stealthy though. I mean, it's a giant bird
Oh,
thing.
it's a long way down. I guess we can put 2 ropes together.
Make a
Whatever
rope
you want to
ladder?
do.
Yeah,
You guys can, if you guys have like pythons and rope, yeah, you can do
we
that.
do. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
All right, and you guys are staying up here, I guess. And she's speaking to Terrence and Aravir.
You know, if you want us to, I mean,
Well,
what,
when we come back, we're gonna need someone to help get us out of that hole pronto.
it's all right. Whatever you guys think is best. Just be careful. I mean,
Yeah.
it could be dangerous down there. It might
Oh,
be
it's
us.
going to be dangerous, I guarantee you. We're out of our fucking minds.
Yeah.
We don't really have much of a choice.
Yeah, I guess you were, aren't you? You sillies. Man, work. Work, you bastard.
Just because I don't want to, over the table, I don't want to put their characters into this much danger.
Well, it's fine.
It's fine. Okay.
Well, it's better than TPK if it's too dangerous.
That's true. That's true.
I can't remember the snap key. What's this? How do I snap it? Whatever, it's fine. I'm just gonna do it.
Just leave that there. We'll know it's there. We'll know it's there. It's fine.
Yeah, but it looks so cool. Here, there we go. Now we're talking. We'll just do it this way. There's a way to like make it all snap together, but I don't know how to do that. So there you go. You're making your rope. You send her down. You tie 2 together. You tighten it to the top. You hope that nothing heard that, and you send her down. What next? Just what's the marching order? How are you going down? Who's going to be the first into the hole?
Ciela pushes Star forward.
Star's like, God damn it, why is it always bugs? and crawls down.
All right, you're going down. Going down
just
real
before you
Star
quietly.
can
leave
also
the edge.
climb down because Star has claws.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, but Star's gonna look over the edge before he goes down. And he's like, I hate this plan.
I'll be right
So
behind
much.
you.
I hate.
Or someone will.
hate this so much.
He just goes and slides down the rope.
Okay, you make your way down the rope. Roll me a stealth check.
Oh God.
+10.
What's done?
No, she's going beyond, or he's going beyond your range of your
Oh.
pass out of trace.
Well,
Well
I
beyond
rolled
pass out of
bad.
trace range.
Okay, can I use inspiration, please?
Yeah, if you got it, spend it. Go for it.
Okay, that's 2 rolls then. Really? Am I really that bad today?
It was like 4 hours. You guys are pretty.
13 plus 5, which is
18.
18, yeah.
18. Got it. You slide down the rope. You get
Yeah.
in to take a clear look. Let's go see what Star is seeing way down there. You get
Right.
to slide down. You look within. Oh man, why isn't this was better populated? Sorry, give me a second here. Egg.
Egg.
Egg. Um, just making sure I'm not missing anything here.
There's only one lonely egg.
Okay, it doesn't give a specific number, so I'm just going to say it does say that there's more than one. So you see a couple of things down here. Let's do a slight population moment here. See like all kinds of fucking bones all over the goddamn place, and um, of past kills and creatures slain by these creatures, even big ones, like even like mammoth sized like skellies and such. Lots of bones, lots of bones. And you also see 2 other things in here that are of just like a teensy little concern.
Mm-hmm.
You see one sort of like sleeping with its body semi wrapped around the eggs, and another one that's just like chilling, like it's just around, like looking through the bones a little bit. It's just kind of moving about. That's what you see as you descend down your rope. They haven't seemed to have noticed you yet.
Oh, crap. So the eggs are surrounded. You can't
Yeah.
access.
Well, this one's asleep. It's right next to its 3 eggs, and it seems to be like keeping them sort of like how a penguin or like sits on their egg, or any mother sits on their eggs. That one's sort of like got it like right up against the body. You did learn that they need to stay hot, like superheated, and
Mhm.
these Remoras seem to have very superheated bodies, so it makes sense. The other one is just kind of like roaming around the lair.
Hey. Um, Star not wanting to alert every single thing down there, decides to crawl back up the rope to
Mhm.
inform everyone what the heck he just saw.
Smart.
And you do it faster than anyone could, but you do it stealthily, and none seem to be uh, the wiser. I just had a thought.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I don't
How
like
do you descend the rope, Star? And how do you ascend it?
I slid down very slowly on the rope.
Are you touching the wall by chance?
Oh, don't say that. I would assume that he's just touching the rope. Like he's
Okay.
just using the rope to like slowly glide down. Because
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
but now
Fair enough.
going up, that would be hard. That would be like you. I don't know how he would have to use the wall, which
Okay.
sucks.
Yeah, it does kind of suck. So you start to go up, and like, of course, like the natural instinct is to put your foot on the wall and get some
Yeah.
leverage to pull with. Uh, the moment your foot touches the wall, you hear, and you turn around, you see that they are both very alerted to your presence.
No, no.
Uh, but you scramble up the rope really super duper quick.
Yep, scramble.
Okay. You don't look back. You just scramble up that motherfucking rope as fast as you goddamn can. You get to the top of the rope, and then what?
Guys, time to run. Just run. Just,
You guys run. You take
Yeah.
Star's word for it and run.
Yeah.
Okay,
Get on
everyone turns
Lyragoth.
around and runs. Yeah, you get on Lyragoth. Everybody gets on their Griffin. You guys get on your goats and just start across the landscape. And to your pleasure, maybe after like how long do you guys think you run for? Like 5 minutes?
Yeah,
Probably.
maybe.
Yeah, or like a solid, maybe like even like a solid 1 minute sprint is still a great distance. Is a decent distance. Maybe you guys do like a minute of running, kind of turn back, wait, see if you're getting followed at all. No.
Okay. All right. I know Stark's gonna be like leaning over and on his knees and kind of like probably crying a little bit.
Okay.
It's like, okay, guys, I maybe I was a little too nervous, but yeah.
How
Okay.
many?
There's two of them down there.
Okay.
One clearly looks like it's wrapped or near the eggs.
Okay.
Then there's just this one just you know waltzing around. There's also a lot of bones down there. So many bones. And
Well,
the reason why I said was scramble, they heard me.
okay.
And,
I'll tell you what, Star, make me an insight check.
oh god.
Insight or nature, your choice.
It's probably going to be an insight, probably.
Okay.
Yeah. So much for insight. Oh, thank God. 19.
19. You were very quiet. And even when your foot touched the wall, it was almost soundless. You would have to have been standing right next to you to have even had a chance of hearing your foot. With your terrific insight and how it burrowed, like the one that you fought last night, burrowed up out of the earth, you realize that they seem to notice you the moment your foot touched the wall. You get the sense that there's probably a chance that they can sense the tremors in the earth. And maybe that's how it detected you.
Yeah, so I tell my gang here and be like explain that that basically I think they're sensing the movement and us walking.
That
So
makes sense.
yeah.
It would explain how they found us so quickly when we made camp.
Oh yeah. They probably heard our stomps and basically they were like, "What the hell?"
Okay. Hmm.
It's
Only two of them, huh?
only two. Could we alert one of them and somehow run it very, very far away and chase us? And
We might
then
be able to do that if I fire arrows at it from Laragoth. See if it chases us.
yeah. And then the rest of us only have to deal with
Only
the biggest
or
the
you
big
maybe we can get both of them chasing
would they actually abandon their eggs?
if they're pissed off enough. If there's enough of a threat.
I shouldn't know this information. Star wouldn't know this information.
No, that's a
We can
fair
speculate. It's good.
assessment. Would a mother abandon her children? That's a fair question.
Yeah. Oh, you hurt yourself. Okay. We really got to piss off the parents,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and all we need is just to see the egg or steal it.
I think looking at an egg will be easier than stealing a 200-pound egg.
Okay, I
Um,
agree.
maybe Terrence says, I mean, we could always do like a little bit of a fight while Star figures it out, just buy Star time to like get a good assessment in, and then we get the fuck out of there.
Terrence wouldn't swear.
I mean, get by
Get the Dickens
Chauncey
out of
is
there.
light, get to a safe distance. Aravir says, I have Dimension Door. I mean, I could teleport us.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I could teleport us within 500 feet of some place I've been before. So maybe if I don't know, we could use that somehow. I'm really smart, but for some reason I'm not a big idea person today.
That would be
Star,
helpful.
Star just looks at her and goes like, "So you're telling me I don't have to go down there?"
Well, you do have to go down there because you need to
See the egg.
look at the egg, and if we don't want to kill the egg by bringing it out into the cold, then you're going to need to go down and you're going to need to assess it in its nest. I mean, I could go down there and like bring it back with me, but we'll end up killing the Remoraz, and we might as well take the egg in anyway.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, but you still have to go down there to actually experience that place. So, okay.
So
Just-
you all create a diversion, and me and Star go look at an egg, and
Mm-hmm.
or you know
Yep.
what? I'll tell you what, folks. This is a pretty decent operation you guys are trying to get through, and there's a pretty decent level of danger. And like you said, Ciela, you don't want to risk any PCs while they're not present.
Yeah.
So, as much as I hate to say it, why don't we take an early end of the game? Because we are down to 3 people today, anyways, and so we usually don't play with 3 people. And next week, Terrence and Erebir will be with us, and you guys have lots of information that you can inform them on, and you guys can form a cool plan to try and get what you want. How's that sound?
That sounds better.
that sounds good.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Sweet. So with that, we'll end the session.